Youth Hockey Hub presents Friday Night Ice. Brought to you by Luther Automotive. Top teams facing off in big games under the lights. Friday Night Ice, the state of hockey's brightest tradition.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hibbing Memorial Arena, built in 1935. It truly is a palace of the Northland, a cathedral built in honor of Northland Hockey. Youth Hockey Hub, very proud to be here with a special presentation of Friday Night Ice. I am one very small part of the FNI team. My name is Peter Rodney, here in studio with the indomitable Tony Scott. Tony, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling great. We're pumped up. Everybody's ready to go. The teams are on the ice. We had an overtime thriller in the JV game. It always happens that way. We're a couple minutes behind, but you know what? You just roll with the punches, just like a good hockey team.
You know, we'll see if the varsity game can keep up with that overtime thriller that we just saw in the JV game. Let's learn a little bit about one of our teams, the home team, the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets, currently ranked 4th in Class A. The Blue Jackets are 10-6 on the season, coming off back-to-back losses against Centennial Spring Lake Park and Grand Rapids after a 3-game winning streak. Tony, what will the Jackets have to do to get back into the win column?
I think the biggest key for Hibbing this year and in this game is it's between the heads, it's between the tempos for these guys. We know physically they have a great hockey program. We've seen these kids play since Pee-wees. They're really talented. Can they take that talent and use their brains and get a big win in Class A? They don't have a big one yet. Tonight could be the first one.
Now, these Blue Jackets, Pee-wee A state champions in 2021, Bantam A state champions in 2023. A few of those players, some names you'll hear called tonight. Number 8, Tate Swanson. He's the leading scorer for the Blue Jackets with 35 points, followed by junior defender number 6, Ethan Sunval, and freshman Phantom Cole Swanson. He's got 24 points. Tony, out of those three, who do you think we're going to hear from the most tonight?
Well, Tate's not going to like this, but I think Cole Swanson is the real deal here. It's his little brother. He's missed about 3 or 4 games this year. I think he'd have the same amount of points as his bigger brother, and he has got a talent. He's got good hands. He's a big kid. He's not afraid to throw his body around. And the best part about it, he's a very heady player. He'll find the seams. He'll make good plays all over the ice.
A couple of more players to keep an eye on will be number 5, Isaiah Hildenbrandt, and number 12, Ben Galley for the Blue Jackets. The starting goaltender is going to be number 30, Rex Wally. Tony, you mentioned it's going to come down to what's between the temples. Playing a role in that area will be honoring the 1985 state tournament team for the Hibbing Blue Jackets. Can these Blue Jackets keep their heads together with so much going on?
I think that's the key. You know, we're going to announce the team. The team is here tonight. They're going to get honored tonight. And will they be able to play like that team? Because that team had 6 Division I players. They went to the state tournament and they won in the consolation tournament. They beat Minnetonka, Peter.
Minnetonka.
Minnetonka in triple overtime. Herb Brooks was broadcasting the game. So it was a very special year for that 85 team, and I think this team could be just as special.
That 85 team beat International Falls in 1985 on this very ice. There are ghosts here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena, and to tell us a little bit more about this team's connection to that 1985 team, Tony Scott caught up with a few of these Blue Jackets.
Tonight, Hibbing will celebrate the 40th anniversary of the school's run to state in 1985. The early 80s Blue Jacket teams ruled the roost in Section 7. They played inside the clear boards of the St. Paul Civic Center 4 out of 5 years, from 1982 to 1986. The 85 team had 6 Division I skaters and several more that went on to play college hockey. They strung together 3 section wins and 2 state tournament wins to claim the consolation championship in triple overtime over Minnetonka.
I know their team was better the year before, and they came back with arguably, you could say, a worse team, but the right players, they stepped up when they needed to.
The 2024-25 Hibbing team would like to someday be honored at the Memorial Building 40 years from now. A lot has changed in the last 4 decades, but throngs of fans heading to St. Paul has not.
I imagine busloads of people coming, the whole town's there, cheerleaders, I mean, just everyone on the whole Iron Range, you know, taking a trip down, selling out every single hotel, you know, filling up every restaurant just to watch one team play.
This group of Blue Jackets has collectively won 3 youth state championships and has several college-bound players on their roster.
We won state as Pee-wees, we won state as Bantams. We have a lot of expectations from the community and we're looking to fulfill them.
It's one thing to dream, it's another to do.
It all started for us at Green Haven Rink. We play a lot of outdoor hockey there, and then we moved up to older into Pee-wees and squirts and stuff like that. And our Pee-wee coach, Pat, he cast a vision for us, and we've just been trying to fulfill that vision from day one.
The team is excited, the town is excited.
I couldn't wait for the first day of practice, and just like how much this team has and like what we can do and what we want to show the community that we can do.
This year, Hibbing is bringing back more than former greats to the Memorial Building. Like the 1985 team, these guys are filling their home barn every night and playing in big games on really big stages.
I see the game a little bit differently than most people do, and that's a lot of fun watching these boys because you can tell they've got that chemistry that they've built from over the years. You can see that they know where one another are going to be.
Are these Blue Jackets a cut above?
The dream is just got to get better every day. Practice, go practice, get better. The lines may change, but the same group of guys, and pressure forms diamonds.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Welcome back to Hibbing Memorial Arena. Let's learn a little bit about Hermantown. Tony, I could tell you about River Freeman. He's got 24 points. I could tell you about Ford Skida. He's got 21 points. I could even tell you that the top-ranked Hawks are 9-4-3. But I'd like you to tell me about the player making headlines this season for Hermantown.
It's Bryce Francisco, and it's not AJ Francisco. It's Bryce Francisco, who accumulated all of 12 minutes between the pipes last year, and his numbers are staggering. 5 shutouts and a .950 save percentage. Against the competition Hermantown plays against, I'm blown away. I can't wait to watch him play tonight.
I can't wait to see him either. Bryce, 9-2-3 on the season with a 130 goals against average. Outside of Freeman and Skida, Henry Peterson, the St. Thomas commit, has got 15 points this year. Gabe Swenson's got 11, and Bodie Medill has 10. This Hawks team, an interesting mix of veteran and youthful players.
Yeah, but you know what they don't have? They're not buoyed by all Division I commits like we've seen in the last 4 or 5 years. They only have one D1 commit, that's Henry Peterson. It's fun to watch an old school Hermantown team. Kids that really work hard. It's fun to watch these guys play. We're going to see them. They're going to put on a show here tonight in Hibbing.
New faces, maybe not a whole bunch of Division I commits like in years past, but the Hawks, the same old Hermantown heavyweight #1 team in Class A. One sticking point here for the Hawks. The penalty kill sitting at 82.9%. That's a B- if we're going by my grade scale. We know that head coach Pat Andrews would like to see that jacked up just a little bit.
I think so too, and I think you're going to see that tonight. I think they're going to be a lockdown night. They're going to show the rest of 7A who's the boss tonight.
We will show them who the boss is tonight. And the Hermantown Hawks showed Mr. Tony Scott who the boss was when Tony caught up with the Hawks recently.
For the past 30 years, the Hermantown boys hockey team has emerged as one of the state's best hockey programs. In this time, the program has won 20 section championships, won 4 state titles, taken second 9 times, and contributed countless pro and Division I players to the hockey world. The Hawks' success didn't happen overnight. In the late 90s, with state tournament berths the norm and with growing demand for ice time, a group of volunteers rolled up their sleeves and laid the foundation for future success.
Dave Huddle, Rick Francisco, Jeff Haiti, Randy Banner, David Colquist, Danny Hartel. Those guys got together and they're like, we need to get a second sheet of indoor ice. And they tried for a few years and they realized that there's no way we're gonna come up with enough money to build an indoor sheet. So instead, let's scratch that and let's get 4 or 5 outdoor rinks here around the rink we have and make it the best outdoor ice in Minnesota.
By the year 2000, 4 outdoor rinks were built and generations of Hawks success were born. Many think the path to the X from Hermantown is down I-35, but the real path starts between the elementary school and the outdoor rinks every winter day.
After school, we walked down a path in the woods that connected the school to the rink, and our parents dropped our bags off in the daytime. So we had our bags there already, and after school we went out and skated at the outdoor rinks every day.
As soon as everyone heard that the bell rang, it was just a full-on kind of sprint out of the school, down the path, to the warming shack, or into the lobby to get your bag where your parents dropped it off, and just as fast as you could get your gear on and get out there and start playing with your buddies.
A sense of community was crafted on these 4 rinks, built with passion for the game of hockey.
One of the things about playing outside was that just playing until you couldn't feel your toes anymore, just all of that just makes everyone, I think, tougher here in Hermantown.
That toughness translated to wins. Lots of wins and lots of banners.
The banners show the hard work and the expectations that come with this program. You know, expectations aren't a burden, they're a privilege.
The hard work put in has not gone unnoticed.
In our locker room, we know that there's been a whole lot of hard work put in on and off the ice in Hermantown.
The tradition of Hermantown greats before them leads the current generation of Hawks to hold a special reverence for the blue and gold.
I remember watching at the X at home, all these greats playing in the same jersey I'm wearing right now. They're all in the NHL, AHL, playing professional hockey. I'm just so honored to have the opportunity to play in the same rinks, sit in the same stalls, play the same hockey they did.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors.
Boy, that was fabulous work by Hermantown grad Will Peterson on that video. Tony, our own Marissa Voss caught up with Aaron Jamnick, the Hibbing head coach. What do you think about Aaron?
I think the first thing I think was passion. Here's a guy who played for the Jackets. He lives for Hibbing hockey. I'm excited to see what he's going to do here in his tenure here. He's got a lot of talent to work with the next 5 years.
He does, and Marissa Voss caught up with Aaron pre-game. We'll throw it right now to Miss Voss with Hibbing head coach Aaron Jamnick.
Thanks, Tony and Peter. I'm here with the head coach for Hibbing, Aaron Jamnick. Now, let's talk about a little bit. We talked about this with Patrick, but I want to hear your angle on it, just the history and the matchup that you guys have with Hermantown, and just a little bit talk about also your game plan for tonight.
They're a great program, a great team. We haven't beat them in a long time, and we're looking to change that. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a lot of hard work, and we have to grind it out.
So a little birdie told me that something maybe we need to battle out is a little bit of the penalty minutes. How do you do that where you kind of keep these kids out of the box, especially in a game that you want to come out victorious?
Yeah, most of the year we've been good at playing to that edge, playing to that line, and then the last 3 we crossed it a little bit. Penalty kill's been good lately, but it's not going to cut it when you're taking 5 penalties a game, so we got to clean that up for sure.
Talk a little bit about Bryce's play this year and how really a game changer he's been.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. They play a great schedule, and to have that save percentage is pretty impressive. We got to get in front of him and make it hard on him.
And when you're going in a matchup like this, are the boys amped up before the game? Is there any juices? Is there any anxiety? Or is it just they get in the ice and here's kind of like almost a rivalry?
Yeah, they've been king of the hill the last 15, 20 years, and we're psyched for it. We just got to go play, though. It's another team. We got to play as good as we can.
Well, thank you so much, Aaron. And we are going to actually head to break, but then when we come back, we are going to have more Friday night action. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Welcome back, folks. Thanks again, Marissa, for catching up with Coach Jamnick. Now we're going to hear from Hermantown head coach Pat Andrews. Tony, you and Pat go back a long way.
Oh, yeah. 2014, when he was coaching the Bantam AA team, he led his team to the state tournament in Rogers, and we've been friends ever since.
Well, he's been around this Hermantown program longer than pretty much I've been alive. Let's hear what Marissa and Coach Andrews discussed pregame.
Marissa Voss alongside Patrick Andrews, the head coach for Hermantown. We are here Friday Night Ice, Hibbing versus Hermantown. But just talk about this matchup, though. I mean, historic going back. When you think about hockey in Minnesota, this is the matchup you kind of think of.
Yeah, it's been around forever. We were talking about that today. One of our former coaches graduated in 1984, and Hermantown went on this miracle run before they were anything ever. And he was their goalie, and they took these guys to overtime in the section semis, which would have been a huge upset. They lost, but kind of starting there, and then in the mid-2000s, it didn't get any bigger than Hermantown and Hibbing. It was, I don't know how many section finals in a row, back and forth, throughout that stretch there from probably 02 to 09, something like that would be my guess. It was pretty epic.
So now talking about the history of the matchup too, now the matchup tonight, right? We're here at Hibbing. Like I said, for Friday Night Ice, what's your game plan, though, to get Hermantown on top?
The biggest thing that we're looking for right now with our team is just consistency. Win or lose tonight, I just want us to have a great game and build. We've been super inconsistent. We had a great win. Didn't play well against Rockridge, had a great win against EP. Then followed it up with a pretty brutal tie against Proctor. Not that that was a bad game, just the way the tie happened wasn't acceptable. And then had 2 great games with Cathedral and War Road. So I'm looking for consistency, effort, purpose, and everything we're doing. That's been the big word the last few weeks, and we've seen it in practice, getting better and better and better. So it's starting to show in games, but it takes a while to show up in games. We got a young team, and honestly, obviously we want to win.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Is your business ready to tackle today's IT and cybersecurity challenges? At Cyber Advisors, we specialize in keeping companies secure and running smoothly. From proactive cybersecurity solutions to 24/7 IT support, we're here to help. Visit cyberadvisors.com/hockey for a free discovery call.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
From the Hibbing Memorial Building, Friday Night Ice, the last version of the season. The Hibbing Blue Jackets, the Hibbing Chisholm Blue Jackets take the ice. Special presentation coming up tonight to honor the 1985 Section 7 champions. Tony Scott, this should be a fun night.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. We just heard about the 85 team a minute ago in our pregame story. We're going to do these starting lineups and anthem, and then immediately following that, they'll announce the 85 team. We'll honor them, and then after that, we'll cut back from a commercial.
All right.
What do you think of the Hockey Day uniforms that Hibbing's wearing right now?
I love them. Those are incredibly sharp. Red, white, and blue. And, of course, in keeping with the Blue Jacket nickname. And you know why they're called the Blue Jackets, Tony?
What's that?
You know why Hibbing is called the Blue Jackets?
I have a lot of different answers to that question, so I'm going to wait for your answer first.
Well, it's been said that the Blue Jacket is what was originally issued to sailors in the Royal Navy, who were considered to be the toughest in the world.
Okay.
At that time. And
I have a different answer than that, but
that's what I was told.
You're going to love it, too.
Lay it on me.
I'm going to drop your jaw.
Well, that happens fairly frequently. Oh, starting lineups. Bryce Francisco getting the start in goal, and of course they're very happy with the way he's playing. We'll give you his numbers in a little bit. Henry Peterson and Gabriel Swenson are the starting defensemen. Cole Lenzik gets the start at wing. And Brad Skada at wing. And River Freeman between them, the leading scorer for the Hawks with 24 points.
I'm pretty sure it's Forrest Skida. His dad is Brad. Skida, yes.
Skida, yes. And for Hibbing Chisholm. Rex Wally getting the start in goal for Hibbing. Ethan Sundball on defense. Jackson Strukel, sophomore, getting the start at defense. Jace Campsala at wing for the captains. And Ben Galley at the other wing. All right, we are ready to go.
We're going to send it down to PA announcer Dan Marich.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I please ask you to rise as American Legion Post 222 proudly presents our nation's colors as they are proudly celebrating their 55th year in doing so. The American Legion is also flying the American POW MIA flag tonight as a physical symbol of the thousands of American POW and MIAs still unaccounted for from all of the wars and conflicts involving the United States of America. This is a reminder for all of us to spare no effort to secure the release of any American prisoners from captivity, the repatriation of the remains of those who died bravely in defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves for this vital endeavor. You are not, nor will ever be forgotten. Ladies and gentlemen, before we play our national anthem tonight, here we go. A bit of a difficult moment. The Hibbing hockey family and the entire community of Hibbing lost a giant fanatic, a pillar in our community. Dr. Mark Bursich passed away at the young age of 56 unexpectedly. He has touched the lives of just about everybody in the Hibbing community as a family physician, not only as a physician, but also as a supporter of Hibbing hockey and many, many other things in the community. A great man he was, he will sorely be missed, and we extend our sincere condolences and sympathy to the Bursich family, the hockey community of Hibbing, and all of us that live in this great town. At this moment, I ask all of you to please bow your heads for a moment of silence and remember Dr. Mark Bursich in your own special way. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, proudly played tonight by the Hibbing High School Band underneath the direction of Mr. Matt Bird. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we also celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Hibbing High School boys hockey team. The class of 1985 who participated in the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament and came back as consolation champions. We're celebrating their 40th reunion and anniversary here tonight. And at this time, I'd like to introduce the team players, and as they will be coming out onto the ice. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome goaltender number 1, John Hibbing. Please welcome defenseman number 2, Tom Hansen. Left wing number 3, John Schwartz. Defenseman number 4, Joe Gostick. Defenseman and co-captain number 5, Mike Neymar. Center number 6, Mark Hansner. Right winger number 7, John Higgins. Left wing number 8, Paul Girardi. Left wing number 9, Mike Brimble. Center number 10, Rich Bryant. Defenseman number 11, Sean Baston. Defenseman number 12, Jerry Christa. Defenseman and co-captain number 13, Bo Nicola. Co-captain and center number 14, Pat Arnold. Center number 15, Sean Rue. Right wing number 16, Pete Waller. Left wing number 17, Jim Petrie. Center number 18, Doug Terrell. Center defenseman and winger, he played them all. Number 19, Steve Terrell. Goaltender number 30, Jim Monticelli. Student manager, Jeff Weissman. Ladies and gentlemen, our 1985 team. This team was head coached by Mr. Bill Olson, who passed away in 2008. But we know he is here looking down with a lot of pride, having coached this great team. Also assistant coaches were Bill Teacher, who's not here tonight, but also assisted by Mr. Mike Terrell.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Back at the Hibbing Memorial Building. Hermantown to our left, Hibbing to our right. Bryce Francisco in goal for the Hawks, 9-2-3. 17 goals on 375 shots. His goals against is $130. Save percentage 95.5%, and he has 5 shutouts. In goal for Hibbing to our right, Rex Wally, 6-2, 20 goals on 195 shots. His goals against is 2.2. Save percentage 89.7, and he's got 2 shutouts. And Tony, as you look at Hermantown, the scoring totals aren't there, but boy, the defense sure is.
Yeah, that's kind of their calling card all year. Starting on the back end and then having a great goaltender like Bryce Francisco.
Hibbing Chisholm with leading scorer tonight, Tate Swanson, 35 points. River Freeman for Hermantown is the only Hermantown player in double figures in goals. He's got 18. But again, this team is very difficult to score against.
Yeah, one key thing is you're going to notice Jackson Strukel's back in the lineup. He's arguably the most talented player in this entire building. And he's come back from injury a week ago, and I'm excited to see him play tonight. He's got the puck right out of the faceoff.
And Hibbing is in control. Pass to the near side, and a heavy hit thrown in against the boards, and that knocks Swanson flat. And now play in the Hermantown zone to the far side, and Freeman has it. He goes behind the net, up the near wing, and here's Cole Lenzik for Hermantown, playing it ahead, backhanded into the zone by Brad Skida, and it goes behind the goal. Sunval around to the far side for Hibbing as they try to break out. Here's a shot that fizzes wide of Wally. Now to the near side. Comes to the boards and picked up there by the Blue Jackets, and they start out. Bengali pass over to the far side for Campsula, who shoots it in. Save made by Francisco as it was right on goal. And now played around behind the net. And finally, the Hawks will pick it up and bring the puck to center ice. Here's Charlie Marchand over the line, throwing it in front, and it was in the skates of Peterson, who was tangled up, and now Isaiah Hildenbrand feeds it to the center circle, and the Hawks pick it up. Marchand shoots it in, and it winds up behind the goal. First player there is Dylan Vessel for Hibbing Chisholm, and now up the near wing, a bank pass, and then played rink wide by Tate Swanson into the zone. And now it winds up behind the net on the near side, and Bode Medill for Hermantown plays it up the wing, and the Hawks come to center. It's flipped on into the zone, and that will be icing on the Hawks after 1 minute and 29 seconds of play in the first period.
So Hermantown is the bully of 7A, right? They've won 14 out of the last 15 section titles. They just showed why they're the bully. River Freeman comes right out of the gate and shows Cole Swanson who the boss was with a big hit there. And I think it kind of set the tone early.
Cole Swanson wearing 41 instead of number 2.
Correct. It was a jersey issue because they ordered the jerseys, back in the summer, and then somehow Cole got a mix-up jersey, so he got 41.
Not a bad number.
I hope he comes back and plays because he was shaken up pretty bad after that Freeman hit.
Now played to center from the face-off, and it's Sunval playing to the Hermantown line, and the Hawks will pick it up. Now loose in the center circle, and Sunval plays it into the zone to the right, and Mickling Martelak, number 10 for Hermantown, gains possession. Loose at center, and now picked up by Kalkbrenner, who shoots it in for the Hawks.
It's fun to listen to you call these guys with their formal roster names. That is Mick Martelak. No one's ever called him Mick Klein since he came out of the womb.
All right, well then I'll shorten it up.
You're doing great. Brad Skida?
Yeah, Brad Skida.
This is fun to hear you call it. You're reading it right. You got it dead on, mister. But I know these kids since they were, squirts. A lot of these kids won the Squirtacular coming up next week. First time, they've ever won a YHH title. So it's fun to watch some of these kids grow up.
Face off to the right of Francisco. Swanson on the draw for Hibbing, lost it. And here's Svensson behind the net for Hermantown. Gabe Swenson up the wing. Now a pass on the wrong side of Freeman. And he comes to his right to pick it up. 18 goals. He leads Hermantown. He's the top goal scorer on the ice tonight, as a matter of fact. Over to the far side for Campsula. And Hermantown regroups. Swenson. The far side now will come to the red line and shoot it in right on to the goaltender Wally. And it hit him right in the logo. So we'll get a face-off in the Hibbing zone. We've got 14-19 left in the first as you look at
Cole Swanson alert. He is back on the ice. Good to see. And you just got your first glimpse of Gabe Swenson. So many people love his game. He's just fluid. He's another one of those Mighty Mouse defenders like a Neil Pionk. You're going to see him play a lot of minutes tonight.
From the face-off, here's a shot that just trickled wide from Kyler Berg. Now loose on the near wall, and Hibbing trying to break out of the zone. Elsner in against the boards, now played back into the corner, and Freeman for Hermantown. Stood up there by Sunball with a shoulder, and now played high in the air, and it winds up landing in the crowd. So we'll get a face-off. Not a bad crowd here tonight.
No, a good crowd.
And I look over there at the Adam Johnson Memorial, which I have not seen before.
Yeah, it's a little stark reminder, isn't it?
Boy, is it ever. And of course, a Hibbing native and a very proud Blue Jacket. The UMD Pittsburgh Penguins. Now it's Sunball, rink wide pass, and breaking in on the right. Here's a shot that's over the top from Swanson, and now winds up in the left corner. Here's Hildenbrand for Hibbing, playing it behind the goal. Now comes up to the near side, and Medill plays it, but it's held by Elsner. Here's a shot right on. Big rebound up the slot, picked up by Erickson. And Hermantown gets to center. Now over the line they come. It's Marchand, and he will take the puck deep. He centers it, and a shot, save made by Wally. Now back comes Hibbing. This is Swanson. Angling to his left over the line, Tate Swanson. And he gets stood up in against the boards by Charlie Marchand. Now runs behind the goal. Marchand continues to battle for the Hawks. Gets some help there from Mannion. Winds up in the corner. Elsner centers, and as he fell, a shot by the trigger man in the slot, Hildenbrand, and it winds up coming out to center ice. Relayed right back in, and the Hawks will pick it up. 12:56 to go in the first period. Still scoreless. And now at center ice, it's controlled and carried by Gabardi, and he can't get into the zone. Back out to center. Now a rink-wide pass is picked up by Whit Rewerts, and he plays it ahead, backhanded in by Tyler Rotze, number 17. Now Berg for Hermantown. Fans on it, second try, gets it ahead, and Martelak knocks it into the zone. Comes right back out off the stick of Vessel, and Hermantown controls in their zone. Berg banks it off the boards to center, and unable to make the play. There was Hunter Gustafson, number 18. And now back comes Rewerts over the line. And now Hermantown down the near wing. A rink-wide pass from Cam Lukowski goes astray to the boards, and now relayed out to center where the Hawks will work it again. Kalkbrenner feeding it ahead for Lukowski, and then he played it in, and it went off Kampsula to the corner boards. Now behind the net, the Hawks get possession, and there's a significant hit thrown by Sunball against Lukowski, and puck comes back out to center ice, and was that just me, or did Hibbing have 6 there?
There was too many.
That's what I thought.
Coach Andrews is right on that one.
And now in
it not just was like too many, but it hit the skater going off the ice.
Yes.
That's an obvious call.
Yes.
They've already missed an obvious offsides. The linesman was not in position. They have 2 linesmen and 2 refs, so pretty much no excuse in my opinion.
Over the line, and a chance in deep, and a save made by Francisco against Cole Swanson, and now we have a penalty coming behind the net. Sunball plays it into the Hermantown zone, and was behind the play. We got an interference call.
Oh, no.
5:42 to go in the
You built your business here.
first period.
You've made a home
What a
here.
physical play there.
You're shaping a
By
life,
Eista.
creating a legacy.
And Cole Swanson has taken a beating already.
Well, they know which side is buttered on the bread, I guess, is Swanson. Tate Swanson closes, shoots, and an arm save over the top as Hildebrand goes behind the net. Hibbing's power play 30.9%.
Eista could have got 2 penalties on that one.
Here's a deflection right on, a rebound, they score! Cole Swanson! And Hibbing jumps out to the lead, 1-0. 7th goal of the season for Cole Swanson.
What a play. It's all set up at the top. Long rebound. Cole Swanson had all day.
Time of this goal is 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Hawks penalty kill at 82% coming in, and it will drop now.
We talked about that in the pregame. We talked about Cole Swanson being a big factor. That's happened. And we talked about the power of the penalty kill for the Hawks.
Get the assists. Swanson and Hildebrand getting the assists, and Dan Marich, the public address announcer, has the voice of God here in Hibbing.
He does, absolutely.
Now here comes Hibbing again. Swanson picks it up, comes over the line to the right, fans on it. Second bite of the cherry to the circle, and there's a shot that goes wide from Kampsula. Now to the left point, Krompetich takes the shot. That goes wide. Now McDonald playing it down behind the goal for Swanson, lets it come through to the near side, and the Hawks trailing 1-0 now will try to find a quick answer as they play it back behind the goal. 10 minutes to go in the first period, out to center, and a pass blocked by Mason McDonald, shot right back into the Hermantown zone. So Bryce Francisco beaten here in the first period, and a goals against of 1.3. It doesn't happen often. Now Hermantown in, Nicklin centers it, and it's steered wide by Lukowski to the far boards. And now there's contact there, and it winds up in the left corner of the Hibbing zone. They bank it out to center, and Aisto will pick it up. And then he lost it at the red line, and now Hibbing will play it into the zone. Picked up there, and trying to get to the forehand was Strukel, and he could not bring the puck with him. Hawks defense swallowing him up there. Winds up behind the net, down to the near side, and controlled by Lukowski for Hermantown. Now to Swenson, and here they come to center ice. Marilock over to the left. Here's a shot, and a save made off Nicklin by Rex Wally, and it winds up in the corner. Now players from both teams in. Played up the wall, thrown up the middle, and Swenson is there for the Hawks. Plays it beside the net. Now a centering pass hits the back of the net, and we're going to get a penalty on Hibbing Chisholm as Vessel knocked down Martelak, and he will get a penalty, and the Hawks will go on the power play for the first time.
We're just going to have some penalties tonight, aren't we?
I believe so.
And we'll get a chance to check out the Hermantown power play now.
So Vessel goes to the penalty box. Hawks power play 31%, 14 for 46
You
so
built
far.
your business here.
Hibbing Chisholm's penalty kill has been almost
made a home
immaculate,
here.
41 for 43.
You're shaping
That
a
is
life.
a 95%
creating.
kill ratio, but against a team like Hermantown, we'll see as the Hawks pick it up. There's a shot and a stick save off the stick of Henry Peterson to the corner. We'll get the announcement here. Interference is the penalty. Hawks play it over to the far side. Here's a shot out to challenge. Wally made the save, and now they'll come in from the point. Here's a shot off the traffic by Nicklin. And now behind the goal, the Hawks pick it up. Here's Marchand. Now a pass out to the right point for Nicklin. Alex Nicklin over to the left. Peterson feeds the far side. One-time shot, they score! And the Hawks on the power play tied. It's River Freeman, his 19th goal of the season, and we are level.
Wow, you can see why they're 30% on the power play. They just moved it immaculately around, and eventually Freeman got wide open, and you can see why he's their leading goal scorer.
Impeccable timing on the one-timer. Peterson will get one assist, and I believe the other will be Nicklin.
Nicklin,
But,
yeah.
Scoring the power play goal for the Hawks, number 23, River Freeman. He's assisted by number 2, Henry Peterson, and number 27, Alexander Nicklin.
And now play back in the Hermantown zone to the right, so the Hawks get their quick response. And down the wing, it's a little bit too far for Erickson, and Hildebrand will back up. Now down the wing, Elsner playing it into the zone. 8 goals on the season for him, and the Hawks come back. Swenson down the wing, over the line. Swenson up the slot, and it's steered off to the boards before Erickson can get to it. Centering pass, they score! Medill! And the Hawks go up 2-1 on the 5th goal of the season for Bo Medill.
Yeah, Bodie Medill has always been one of those crafty guys in front of the net, and he just repeated history there.
That's goal number 5 on the season for Bodie Medill, as you see the Hawks bench reacting. So they give up the early goal and answer twice. And it's now 2-1.
Something's going down on the bench. I don't know what's happening.
Well, the official is over.
Oh, I think I know what's going on.
Scoring goal for the Hawks, number 16,
because there's a rule about celebrating into a team's bench or a team's student section.
Really?
So I think they're warning them that they can't do that or it's a 2-minute penalty. And I think that's what Ben Galley's saying. Hey, they went into our bench there, but they were just celebrating a goal. That's why I hate the stupid rule, because it's like you got to like know exactly where to celly. I don't like it at all. I hate that rule.
There's Swanson.
I get the purpose of the rule, but the actual acting out. Now you see these kids skating the length of the ice so they avoid jumping into the bench.
That's interesting. I was not aware of that rule.
Oh, yeah.
Now I am. And once again, I learned something from you.
I saw at the state tournament, Alexandria, Minneapolis. Kid just jumped into the glass and happened to be the Alexandria bench. Minneapolis got slapped with a 2-minute penalty, and he just jumped into the glass after scoring a state tournament goal.
Oh, boy. Hawks back in, and here's a shot and a glove catch by Wally against Skyda, and we'll get a face off the goals. Freeman's 19th on a power play at 8:27. Medill's 5th at 9:03. Let's take a break here from Hibbing on Friday Night Ice on the Youth Hockey Hub.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
All right, we're back at the Hibbing Memorial Building, and 3 goals in the first 9 minutes and change isn't a bad start tonight.
Kind of exciting, isn't it?
It is.
I went to an East Grand Forks World game up in East Side about 5 years ago. They told me it was a 7:30 start. I showed up at 7:15. It was 4-1 the first 4 minutes of the game.
Well, I'll show you my score sheet from last night.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that game. Poor Jeff.
Yeah, well, poor Simley, the way it goes. And now here's a shot from the faceoff up the high slot, now right on to the goaltender, and Wally makes a save. To not put too heavy a phrase on it, but it was 18-0 last night. Hill Murray over Simley. And that's just unfortunate, I think, on a lot of levels. And that's not a thing that, Bill Lechner's never been known to run up the score.
No. He definitely's not.
No, and he positively wasn't. I watched the game.
I'll take as many jabs at Bill Lechner as I can, but that's not going to be one of them I'll take.
No.
Running up the score.
Nope. Icing called against Hibbing, and he'll take it all the way back to the right of Wally for the faceoff. 2-1 Hawks, 7:01 to go in the first period. Shots 9-6 for Hermantown in this game. They outscored their opponents 19-12 in the first period this season, which is, believe it or not, the worst defensive period for Hermantown. And now off to the far boards, it's picked up, and Hildenbrand plays to the line. Now trying to carry on at center is Elsner, but he is not able to get there. Rink wide back into the Hibbing zone, picked up there by Strukel. And behind the goal to the far side for Landon Kropotich. Runs to the slot, picked up by Elsner, and here comes Hibbing. Up the middle, Swanson over the line, tries to split the defense, penalty coming, and the puck is finally touched behind the goal, and we've got a hold coming up. And it'll be Hibbing Chisholm going back on the power play at 10 minutes and 24 seconds.
St. Thomas commit Henry Peterson did not like the call. It was a hook or a slash or something. But boy, did you see how good Tate Swanson is in tight quarters?
Yes.
He split the idiots there and got in there and got a good goal scoring opportunity. 22 for Hermantown. Kalkbrenner will go to the box.
And they signaled slashing. 10-24.
It was a slash or a hook. They impeded him from scoring chance.
They did.
That's a penalty, in my opinion.
Second power play for the Blue Jackets, and it comes all the way back into their zone. Sunval will go behind the goal. Now passes to the near side. Down to Swanson, a rink-wide pass. And they'll tip it on into the zone, but Swenson gets there first, and it's offside anyway. So we'll get a face-off at neutral with 1:39 to go in the power play, 6:15 in the first period. And a 9-6 lead now for Hermantown on the shot board.
Yeah, that'll happen. When you get that bouncing puck around the blue line, you're going to get offsides every time.
Face-off will come at neutral ice near the Hibbing blue line. And it'll be Marchand to take the face-off against Elsner, who won it cleanly, too cleanly in fact, and Sundvall has to go all the way back behind his net. Lots of room behind the goals here too. And now Sundvall right up the middle, gets zone entry and now comes to the far boards. Leaves it there for Swanson. Now to the right point, Hildenbrand over to Tate Swanson, and now Cole Swanson in the corner. Back behind the net for Elsner, down to 1:14 in the penalty, and controlled finally by Cole Swanson. Down to Elsner, and it's cleared, but only as far as the blue line. And now here comes Tate Swanson shooting right on, and a save by Francisco. Hibbing Chisholm, one of the things that Aaron Jamnick had talked about beforehand, and I know you guys have discussed this already, but in terms of intentionality, getting to the net and getting the body to the net and putting the puck there rather than waiting for the perfect play.
I just don't think Tate Swanson was intending to shoot it right into the chest protector of Bryce Francisco. You don't get extra points for targeting his chest protector like that.
You do not. And now it comes to the left point, picked up there by Strukel. Now over to the right. Rewerts now to the near circle. Vessel shoots, save made, rebound, loose in front, and it's up to the high slot. Strukel now to the near side. Vessel back to Strukel. A one-times it, and a save made by Francisco. Puck loose in the circle, and good strong work there by Rewerts as he gets the puck, tried to go skate the stick, gets it back, and then to the right point it comes Strukel. Rink wides to the near side for Vessel with 30 in the power play. And Vessel, puck comes out, and he is not able to get to it. Finally picked up by Freeman, and he will circle back finally and then flip the puck back into the Hibbing zone with 20 seconds left on the power play. And here comes Jackson Strukel over the line. Goes behind the net. Strukel leaves it, and a chance in front. A bouncing puck, though, and unable to latch onto it. Now it comes towards the near boards, and Hermantown will bring it out with Henry Peterson. He closes in. Peterson shoots, and a save made by Wally hugging the left post as the penalty expires. And we'll get a face-off with 4:32 left in the first.
Boy, did Henry Peterson show his jets on that one. Holy smokes, I've never thought of Henry as a speedster, but he really got going there and made that defender look like he was standing still.
Good set of wheels there, Henry Peterson, 15 points. He's second on the team with 12 assists. And this is not a Hermantown team that scores a lot of goals, which...
Yeah, this barn is filling up nicely. Our whole side is full. The other side's getting pretty full at the same time.
Now from the draw, comes to the near boards, played down by Martelak behind the goal, and relayed around by McDonald for Hibbing, but not out of the zone. Peterson plays it back down, and they'll try again. Here's Sundvall. Tipped ahead, Elsner to center ice, and now a pass, blocked out by the long reach of Martelak, and now it's shot back in and right back out as the teams alternate possession. Not like basketball, but here's Tate Swanson over the line, 3 against 3. Swanson goes wide against Swenson, comes around behind the net, throws it in front, and it's intercepted. And here's Swenson back for Hermantown, plays it to the middle, and poked on into the zone by Lukovsky. And now back out to center ice. In Hermantown, we got a collision there at neutral ice between Lukovsky and Ethan Sundvall. And now loose in the neutral ice area, picked up by the Hawks momentarily. Marchand now to Lukovsky, to Marchand over the line. He then fluffs his lines at the moment of truth, and here comes Gabarty back for Hibbing over the line. Comes to the far side and races behind the net. Comes out the near side, still with a full head of steam, and now it's picked off, and the Hawks break out to center ice. It's controlled there by Erickson, and he plays to the blue line. It's picked up there by Blake Riccio for Hibbing, plays it to the blue line as he falls, and now it winds up loose at neutral ice again. Finally played into the Hawks zone deep. And Francisco sets it up behind the net. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Long pass up the middle is picked by Medill, who's got the go-ahead goal. Comes over the line and his stick tied up. It comes right onto the goaltender, and Wally sweeps it away to the corner. After it there is Gabarty for Hibbing, and now he gets a second try at it, comes up the wing, and here's Riccio. He plays it past Freeman and comes over the line. Riccio's shot is blocked, and the puck rebounds back to the left of the goal. Now a steal behind the net, and going after the puck there, Gabardi, and he could not make a play. Controlled by the Hawks, and here's Skida over the line, and he is steered wide by Jackson Strukel. Now a pass down the wing, and here comes Cole Swanson in. Throws it across. Oh, and it went right off the heel of the stick of Tate Swanson. Now here's a shot that winds up loose in the circle off the stick of Strukel, who has it on the hash mark. Now it bounds out to center ice, and it's controlled by Cole Swanson. Works to the right side, pokes it in, and then he decleats Ethan Asta. And now it comes out to center, and the puck finally played back into the zone, starting to hit a little bit here as Sunvall throws a hit as well. Behind the goal now with less than 2 minutes to go. And Hibbing Chisholm, number 4 ranked in our staff poll this week, hanging in there with number 1 Hermantown, and now Cole Swanson goes down as he tried to get around Peterson. Now a pass to center, and here's Lukovsky over the line. Lukovsky leaves a drop pass, and now it caroms up the slot, and Henry Peterson can't play it towards the goal. Now Peterson down low behind the net for Freeman. A centering pass, and they score! And it is 3-1, and it's official. Cam Lukovsky is Superman as he moves the jersey aside to reveal the secret logo, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, what a goal there. I mean, a perfect pass, tape to tape. Lukovsky just finished it. Beautiful goal for the Hawks.
His second goal of the season.
You've called his name a lot tonight.
I have. Yes, I have. Now, if you look at the Hawks and you see they've been shorthanded twice already, it's odd. They've been shorthanded 41 times, but you look at their penalty totals, and most of those came in the first game of the season when they played Creighton-Durham Hall at Hermantown Arena, and there were 99 penalty minutes given out in that
was
game.
a Donnybrook.
It sure was.
Donnybrook.
And a hit thrown there by Dylan Vessel, and since then they've settled things down quite nicely, but Peterson goes behind the goal with 1:05 to go, and the Hawks with a 3-1 lead here in Hibbing. And now here comes Marchand over the line. The last minute of play as Kropotich takes him out against the boards. Now loose behind the net, steered around by Swanson. And finally played behind the goal. Centering pass comes loose and winds up in the corner. Finally, it's shot all the way down the ice. And Hermantown will chase back for it with Swenson. 40 seconds to go in the period. Leaves it for Freeman in the circle. Long pass to the left, and Hermantown will carry over the line. Swept away and finally picked up. And now here comes Swanson. That is Cole Swanson. He shoots, and a glove catch made by Francisco. And we get a face-off with 24 seconds and change to go in the first.
And that Cole Swanson is a human highlight reel, whether it's making a deke, a perfect pass to the back door, or a big hit, or receiving a big hit. Like, it's always entertaining when Cole Swanson hits the ice.
So what do you say if you're Aaron Jamnick here between periods?
Stick to the plan. You know, keep playing physical, keep moving the puck. They just got to be a little tighter in their own zone.
Get the puck to the net, which they're trying to do now. Centering pass, and Cole Swanson had a shot, and a rebound winds up steered wide by Tate Swanson. With 10 seconds to go, it comes to the left point, and now the Hawks break out. Down the near wing, it's Freeman. He's over the line. Freeman toe drag going in, shoots, and a save made by Wally. That might have been a game saver as the period comes to an end.
What just happened there? 2 grade A++ for both teams in the final 10 seconds.
Hawks lead at 3-1 after one. Shots dead even at 12. And if Hibbing Chisholm can come up with the first goal after the intermission, I think we're going to have a wild one here.
It's been an exciting first period. We're going to go downstairs in just a minute and listen to Marissa Voss talk to Hibbing head coach Aaron Jamnick.
For your support of high school hockey.
We're here on the bench after the first period. I am with the head coach of Hibbing. Now, Aaron, not what you want after the first period, but you're only 2 goals down. What is the conversation like to get the boys back, get up and get some fire under their butts?
We got to play defense first. All right, we didn't pick up our guy there. The power play, we know where they go, right? We got to get in the lane. When we got on the puck, we had success. We got to get back to it.
And with the first goal for you guys, what did you see there and what did you like?
That was quick puck movement. We got it to the net. We had traffic. Simple recipe.
Let's hope it's a simple recipe for the next period. Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to be heading out back after break to hear from our sponsors, but make sure to stay here with all of the action from Tony, Peter, and I for Friday Night Ice.
Lots of Matzo pizzas are made in the heart of America's dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every brewpub pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of brewpub pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably those 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck? Yes, sir. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do? Not really. Will you buy any car? Yeah. Even that one? Even that one. Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
We are here with the band director for Hibbing, Marissa Voss, and I'm here with Matt Berg. Now, Matt, you started and took over in 2021, right? But one thing I love about this program, even more the community, is that you guys have fundraisers all throughout town and raised about $80,000. Talk to me about that experience.
Yeah, so we just fundraised over the past few years to get new uniforms for our marching band. And it was a lot of work, but it was all worth it when we got those uniforms and we got to debut them last summer. It was very exciting. Our band parents organization did a ton of work. I would not be able to do this without them.
And what do you think this marching band means to the kids, but also the community to have you guys at every single sporting event?
I know it means a lot to both the students and the people that we're playing for. None of these students are required to be here, and they understand the importance in supporting our athletics and all of our activities, and it's just a really fun environment to be able to play alongside with our sports teams.
So we're going to get a little bit of fun environment. What do you have on tap for us? And give us a little bit of taste of Hibbing marching band or band.
Yeah, so up next we have The Avengers, which is one of their favorites. And then we have about 6 more songs that we're going to be playing tonight.
All right, so here is Hibbing Band with The Avengers. Take it away, please.
Here we go, guys. 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck? Yes, sir. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do? Not really. Will you buy any car? Yeah. Even that one? Even that one. Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Is your business ready to tackle today's IT and cybersecurity challenges? At Cyber Advisors, we specialize in keeping companies secure and running smoothly. From proactive cybersecurity solutions to 24/7 IT support, we're here to help. Visit cyberadvisors.com/hockey for a free discovery call.
You built your business here.
Intermission here between Hermantown and Hibbing Chisholm, and after the first period, Hermantown leads at 3-1. It's been all Hawks after an initial Hibbing Chisholm goal. I'm Peter Otney here with Tony Scott. Tony, what'd you see from the Bird's Nest?
I saw exactly what you just said. It was like Hibbing got off to a good start that they needed to get off to, but Hermantown showed them that they're the boss, and they put in the goals. They were able to finish. They were finishing. Hibbing had plenty of good chances. They just never finished. Francisco's been the difference so far in this game.
We'll run through a scoring summary here with 10:57 to play in the first period. Cole Swanson puts Hibbing on the board with a power play goal. A beautiful rebound that found him. Cole on the spot there.
And I talked about him in the pregame that he's just a human highlight reel. He made great passes, scored a goal, got hit a couple times too.
Drew the penalty that led to that power play goal. But Hermantown responds just over 2 minutes later. River Freeman, you'll hear that name several more times tonight. River Freeman from Henry Peterson and Alex Nicklin. And less than a minute later, Gabe Swenson scores from Jackson Erickson, and again, Nicklin on the assist. 1:30 to go in the period. Cam Lukovsky with the backbreaker from River Freeman and Henry Peterson. That Lukovsky goal could come back to really bite the Blue Jackets.
Yeah, it felt like Hibbing was getting a little sloppy in their own zone, giving way too much room for the shooters from Hermantown, and that's going to be something they're going to have to learn between now and section play.
Well, that sloppiness could also be attributed to the strategy they're employing right now. Two wingers. One winger is on the opposing blue line.
Always.
The other winger is on the red line, and against a team like Hermantown, you just can't do that.
They're going to have to buckle down in the next two periods, and that means they might have to get rid of that wing flying kind of thing. Hibbing could generate plenty of offense without that stretch pass. I think they can depend on that. They got to defend in their own zone better. And you saw it just as well as I did. We got a great view here in the Memorial Building right now, don't we?
Yeah, Hermantown's defense, especially Henry Peterson, just so good at picking off those passes and finding those forwards in transition. Tony, I'd like to get your opinion. Pat Andrews was pretty fired up a couple of times here in the period after the second goal that the Hawks scored. What was the issue?
I think what we're talking about, and I don't know this, but if I'm a mind reader, I think they were warned for celebrating in front of the Hibbing crowd because they were scoring down
in the Hibbing end.
So they got a warning, and Hibbing was coming over refs. They were complaining about it.
Okay.
And Pat went crazy. I sided with Pat in that one because I remember in the state tournament a few years ago, Minneapolis scored a goal in the Alexandria zone, and they got 2 minutes for jumping into the glass state tournament. They didn't, where is the Alexandria crowd anyway? You kind of know where the Hibbing crowd is, but there's Hibbing fans everywhere. You could call that on Hermantown every time. And you noticed after that, on their third goal, they didn't go anywhere near the glass. I think that's what Pat was hot about.
Well, it's a nice adjustment there by Hermantown to avoid maybe picking up an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I'd like to go back to that Lukovsky goal for a second. Hermantown playing tonight without Henry Martinson and Jack Slattengren, two players who were on that state tournament team last year. It seems as though they found the depth with players like Lukovsky.
Yeah, it's like Hermantown just reloads. He's got very few minutes, very few points. It seems like Jeff Pappas is calling his name every other shift. He has played lights out today.
Well, thanks for mentioning Jeff Pappas. You'll hear his dulcet tones with period number 2 coming right up after a word from our sponsors.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Is your business ready to tackle today's IT and cybersecurity challenges? At Cyber Advisors, we specialize in keeping companies secure and running smoothly. From proactive cybersecurity solutions to 24/7 IT support, we're here to help. Visit cyberadvisors.com/hockey for a free discovery call.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Back in Hibbing for the second period, 3-1 Hawks after one period of play. Freeman, Medill, and Lukovsky for the Hawks, and Cole Swanson for Hibbing Chisholm. And Sony, your thoughts on that first period?
You know, I thought that Hibbing played a pretty good period of hockey. They just got a little sloppy in front of their net a couple times, and I think they're going to have to definitely lock down defensively. Peter and I were discussing the strategy that they have a lot of their wings flying up here on the blue line. And I think they're going to have to cheat that. They're going to have to stop cheating and play some more honest defense this period.
Well, yeah, down 3-1, I should say, and with a goaltender of Francisco's caliber in goal, you gotta earn it against them for sure.
I just don't think they can get into a track meet, or we're going to have a 9-5 type score, and I don't think Hibbing can do that to make it to state.
That makes a lot of sense. As we get ready to start the second period, penalty boxes are empty. Teams change ends and attack towards their benches in the
I sure hope the fans can hear us, because it is so loud in here.
Yes.
I can barely hear myself in the headset, so I just hope to God they can hear us, because it is so, everything rifles off of that tin roof. It is so loud in here.
You know, that's one thing I love about this place is the atmosphere in here.
It's incredible.
It is marvelous.
I posted a goal of Girardi back from the 1984-85 season to celebrate the 40th anniversary, and the crowd was just going bonkers. I can imagine how loud it was in here for that game.
Back in those
Bemidji.
days,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes. Unbelievable. I covered a number of those when I worked in Duluth television, and just nuts up here. They said that they'd say the capacity was 2,300, but
back in my days, we played here. It was loud, but I still think the loudest was Greenway. It was deafening. You could barely play. It was so loud in there.
From the face-off, it's played into the zone, and here the Hawks break in. Skida shooting, and the net is knocked off its pegs for a stoppage.
I'm just a guy who used to call them magnets.
I wonder who that was. But as I mentioned to you earlier today, the company that did that, the first company was called Magnets.
And they were magnets, and they probably were magnets, but somehow someone probably got hurt, or they didn't stick long enough, and they got rid of them.
The NHL changed away from them. And
yes.
They did. I didn't.
Yes.
Really what
it's hard to
there.
teach an old dog new tricks.
That's right, and I'm a very old dog. As Hibbing breaks to center, and they come in over the line, trailing by 2. That's Tate Swanson going wide. He's pushed into the boards by Peterson. And now play in the left corner of the Hawk zone, and they play it up the wall. Skida to center ice. That's intercepted. Stepping into space there, Kampsula rink wides it back into the zone. And now here's Cole Swanson leaving a drop up the wall to no one in particular. Now it comes in front of the goal. Here's a chance, a pass to the left. And boy, I tell you what, Tate Swanson might have been better off shooting. He does. Rebound, they score! Kampsula! And it's 3-2.
The senior, Jace Kampsula, buries a rebound, and now who's being loose in front of the net? It's Hermantown.
13th goal for Kampsula. Tate Swanson will get 1 assist on it. The goal comes 52 seconds into the period. Look at the rebound, and boy, he is unmolested in front of the goal.
Kampsula, I got a chance to meet him at Media Day when we were up here in December. What a nice kid, got great hair. Got a great game, too.
Great hair is important.
This is.
Especially in this game as Hermantown picks it up. Their lead shaved now to 3-2. I'll get the announcement. Okay, so Cole Swanson gets the assist along with Tate Swanson, who took the original shot. Chisholm back, Galley over the line, and the Hawks are in a game again. It's 3-2. He's taken out against the boards, and Hermantown will control. In the circle, headman pass from Lenzik, and now over the line. They come on the near side with Medill, who's got a goal today. Now flip back to neutral ice, and the Hawks will regroup. Controlled there by Marchand, who plays it in rink wide. And after it there is Landon Kropotich for Hibbing. Comes out to center and over the line they come, and that's offside as Bo Christie was in too early. And we'll get a face-off with 1:42 gone in the second period. Campsula's 13th goal from Tate Swanson and Cole Swanson.
The entire tenor of the building changed, didn't it? One goal has changed the energy in this building, and you could feel it all the way up here in the rafters.
Now from the face-off, it's played on into the zone by Asta. Comes around to the far side, pass up the middle is blocked, and a chance for Martelak, who takes a shot. Wally is there, and now it comes out to center ice, and here comes Hermantown again. Asta is forced wide by Gabardi, and then goes into the boards on the near side, and here comes Martelak over the line. Nick Martelak, and then he is stripped of the puck by Gabardi, and Hibbing will start back. Over the line, he shoots, and a stick save by Francisco off the glass, and now Hibbing trying to hold it in. There's a saucer pass out to the point as Gustafson couldn't get it to sit down. Martelak in, leaves a drop pass, and Hibbing will pick that up and start back. And it's Gabardi relaying it in and heading for the bench as they get a change. Puck behind the Hawks goal as we have 2.5 minutes gone in the second period. Played up by Swenson down the wing and stopped at the blue line. Finally rink wide it back in by Martelak. And behind the goal, Hibbing will set up. And a pass out to center, picked up there by Campsula. And he leaves a drop pass, a shot and a pad save there off Gabardi. Now it comes to the right point, and here's a shot that's blocked from Mason McDonald, and now Martelak over the line. And he forces a shot from a bad angle, and it winds up hitting a stick laying on the ice, coming out to center, which creates some momentary chaos. And now over the line, the Hawks break in. Lenzik trying to work his way in front. It's loose at the right edge, and a follow-up chance once, twice. Oh, what a stop there by Wally as the puck winds up, banked out, and down the ice.
Skida with a golden opportunity there to extend their lead back to 2.
There's Henry Peterson for the Hawks. 3.5 gone in the period. Pass to the near side, Skida, and that's broken up in the circle by Sundvall for Hibbing, and now they come out. A centering pass, and off the heel of Lenzik's stick as he tries to one-time it. A shot by Peterson goes wide, and now a golfing shot down the ice.
What a shot there.
Right onto the goaltender, so no icing. But Hibbing needing a change, and now they get one. They work it in. A centering pass comes up the slot as Sundvall put it in a good position, but now coming back is Skida, and he shoots it into the zone as the Hawks will get a change. Now controlled by Elsner for Hibbing up the wing on the far side, and Galley elects to go behind the net. Now loose in the right corner, and Sundvall will go behind the goal. Hermantown's forecheck slowing him up a little bit here as the puck comes on out to center ice, and Hildebrand tips it into the zone. Players from both teams going after it there along the wall, and Marchand feeds the circle, and now the Hawks will come out. A pass from center ice knocked in, and they'll chase it behind the goal to the near side. It's Isaiah Hildenbrand in the circle, and he can't control it. Getting some help from his friends. Puck comes out. Hildebrand chopped at it. Chance in tight, and a save made by Wally against Hermantown's Bodie Medill, who's got a goal tonight, and
it's good old-fashioned fire wagon hockey right now. I mean, if the jerseys weren't this color, I would swear I'm watching World play East Grand Forks right now. They're just hitting each other like a rivalry. They're stretch passing. They're getting great grade A chances. This is a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. All we need now is some 3-on-3.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. Now here's a shot from the face-off off the traffic from Asta. Now Hibbing comes back. A pass up the middle does not connect with Gustafson, who has to get back onside. Now out to center ice. It's shot back in by Gabardi. And in the left corner, controlled by Asta for Hermantown. He gets it back on a return and now feeds the near circle. Here comes Hermantown to center ice, but a wayward pass is going to be picked up anyway off the carom by Marchand, and it's offside. So we get a face-off with 11:55 to go. Let's take a break here from the Hibbing Memorial Building. It's 3-2 Hawks here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Right back in Hibbing, 11:55 to go in the second period. Shots 18-15 for Hermantown. Score is 3-2, and it was fun watching during that break. Rex Wally in his pose that made him look like Achilles, the
yes, he did.
Greek warrior. That on one knee with his stick up. And
he's not coming to the bench. He doesn't hang out with those pedestrian skaters.
Face off at neutral and played into the Hibbing zone, and going back for it there is Sunball. And now they tip it to the line and finally out to center as Campsulo, one-touch pass, doesn't connect with Tate Swanson. Now Cole Swanson tries to bring it in over the line without success, and the puck comes over to the near boards. Vessel on the turn, feeds over to the far side, and now a pass up the middle is tipped in by Tate Swanson to the right of the goal, and he'll chase after it along with Gabriel Swenson. Now he gets some help. Cole Swanson behind the goal. Finally, they lose possession, and Swenson banks one that's going to wind up back at center ice. Now Vessel, Campsula banks it into the zone, and going after it there is Tate Swanson. And Cole Swanson comes in to help out, but the Hawks come out with the puck. And a long rink-wide pass that'll go the length and be icing against the Hawks, which is called with exactly 11 minutes to go in the second period.
You've called the name Lenzik and Nicklin. Both of their fathers played goaltender for which NCHC school?
UMD.
There you go, good guess. Yes, Terrence Lenzik and Brant Nicklin.
Yep.
Brant's currently the goalie coach at UMD.
Yes. I should have recognized the name Lenzik. There aren't many of them.
Mid-90s for Lenzik.
Yes. Now over the line, here come the Hawks. And Nicklin, that winds up in the glove of Wally. So yeah, lots of bloodlines in Hermantown.
Oh yeah.
And of course, the Pionks, their dad Scott Pionk played at Proctor, which in Hermantown is a dirty word.
Yes, it is.
Now controlled on the far side from the face-off by Elsner and shot ahead into the Hermantown zone. After it there is Kyler Berg. Played it behind the net to the near side. And finally played ahead, and here's a chance for the Hawks down the wing. Nicklin closing, centering, and a nice defensive play to tip the puck away by Gustafson. Now back in the Hermantown zone, and latching onto it there is Berg, and he can't get it past the defender. Now controlled by Martelak and played out to center. And Strukel has the answer there. McDonald, and now over the line they come. Centering pass, Gabardi on his backhand, feeds it across and didn't miss by much there from Strukel. It winds up along the boards. We have a tussle there in the right corner, and are we going to have a penalty there or not?
I think he's going to take both of them.
That would make sense.
Galley and I think that it's hard to read the numbers, but I think it's 25.
Now let's see, heading off for Hibbing Chisholm is Galley.
That's Mannion, Caden Mannion. You know, the old 8-9 are tricky to read on the jerseys. Sometimes the 5 and the 6 get scrunched up pretty good too.
Minors each, so no effect on manpower. Coincidental minors. First penalties of the second period. Did you see what it was for? I'm assuming roughing, but I didn't happen to see the signal.
Yeah, it's rough.
Face off to the right of the Hermantown goal. Now played out to center ice. Get the penalties. There you go. Now play in the Hawks zone. And it's shot back in by Gabardi.
Interference for Gabardi.
Okay.
For Galley. He said Gabardi, but it's Galley.
Well, I was saying what was going on the ice because he had the puck. Now here come the Hawks in, and they had a 3-on-2, but
that would be wonderful. I'm in the penalty box and making moves on the ice. That would be something else.
That would be the ultimate in hockey multitasking, I think. As Medill in the corner centers, it comes right up the slot. Here's a shot that is deflected from Swenson. Might have caught a piece of the goaltender. And now loose still in the Hibbing zone to the right of the goal. And now Freeman comes off the wall and then lost it. And now we've got a penalty coming up here. They score, but it's not going to count because there was a penalty coming on Hermantown for slashing as the stick laying at the blue line is the reason.
River Freeman slashed the stick right out of the hand, which absolutely opened the door for the wrist shot from the point that went in the net. So a great call by the official.
And River Freeman unhappy.
There was no way for that defender to defend that shot from the point without his stick. So I think it's a terrific call. From my vantage point, that was the perfect call.
I agree. 7:58, time of the penalty, and a power play coming for Hibbing, and it's going to be their third.
I mean, it's not like you could really even argue it because the stick from the player went flying into the air.
Yep. I saw the signal for slashing made as the puck came down low, and as a result, I was waiting to see the penalty called, and right away you knew it wasn't going to be a goal. And now from the face-off, Hibbing Chisholm on its third power play, and the puck high in the slot for Sunball.
There's a piece of equipment on the ice. I have no idea what it is right now. Did you see that?
Yeah, is it a piece of a stick or is it something?
I don't know what it is. It looks like a mouse.
Here's a shot right on from the face, the centering pass rather by Sunball. Now we're going to figure out what that is. Is it tape?
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, mouth guard. I don't know.
Who knows?
Anyway, it's gone. And that's what matters. Face off to the right of Francisco. 1:43 of power play coming up on the halfway mark of this game. 3-2 for the Hawks. Now played behind the goal by Hermantown's Kyler Berg. And now they try to go the opposite way. Picked up finally by Peterson, and he clears the length of the ice. Sunball back for it for Hibbing. 8.5 to go, and a chance for Hibbing to really get some momentum here as over the line. Sunball cuts to the slot, then lost it as he tried to pull it to his forehand in front of the net. Now it's picked up by Peterson in the corner for the Hawks, and he plays it out, and that winds up hitting Skyda in the back and lands right next to him. So he was able to start that rush up the ice as Erickson tries to play it in, and it's picked up now by Sunball again with half the power play gone. Here they come over the line, and this is Elsner in the circle, leaves a drop pass, and Cole Swanson drops back. Now high in the slot, fed over to the left side. Here's Tate Swanson trying to play it down low for Hildenbrand. And now the puck behind the net, intercepted on the way to Cole Swanson, who chases it up the boards, but he won't get there, and the Hawks are able to carry to center. Here's Marchand over the line. Got past one, shoots! Oh my goodness. As the puck comes up the wing boards, and now with half a minute to go in the penalty, it's carried over the line by Elsner. And he will play it in deep. Both of the Swansons go after it. It comes up to the near boards, and Campsula, who's got a goal here in the second period, the only goal of the frame. Now loose in the corner. And finally picked up and cleared. That's going to go all the way down the ice and right on to Wally.
Impressive shift there for Marchand.
Now in the center circle, the puck picked up by Campsula over the line. He's forced wide, centers it from deep, and the rebound is back behind the net. Campsula there, drops to the left point. Penalty's over. Here's a shot that goes wide of the goal from Elsner. And now the puck to the high slot and out to center. Finally, Hibbing will carry it back over the line. Strukel, he is finished off along the boards. Puck comes up the slot. Cole Swanson, what a play, going in on his backhand, and that deserved a goal. That was a superb individual effort.
That was Whit Rewerts, not Swanson,
was
the other
Rewerts?
freshman, yes.
Okay.
You can see what an absolute talent Whit is.
It certainly is, as it's shot the length of the ice for an icing call, and we'll go back for a face-off.
He just did a Dennis Savard 360 between his legs. We haven't called his name much, but we will the remainder of his career, I'll promise you that.
He's got 11 points this season on 5 goals and 6 assists, and he shows you why. Face-off coming to the left of Francisco. And Hibbing Chisholm going snoot to snoot here with the Hawks in the second period. And now Tate Swanson tries to play it in front, backhanded around behind the goal.
Less fire wagon, though, this period.
Yes.
Less fire wagon.
Bank to the left point, And trying to play it down. Centering pass Swanson, and it hopped his stick. It was bouncing, and it's picked up by Martelak to center for the Hawks, who shoots it in. 6:10 to go, second period. And now behind the goal, Vessel takes a hit but feeds the corner for Kropotich. And now Hibbing trying to play it out, and they do get the puck to center ice. And this is Tate Swanson over the line, and it comes back out and in and offside. So 5:57 left, face-off coming. Let's take a break here from Hibbing. 3-2 Hawks on Friday Night Ice here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Back in Hibbing at the venerable Memorial Arena. 3-2 the score with Tony Scott. Jeff Pappas with you with a call here tonight.
You know it's a great place when Kevin McHale played basketball here.
Yes, he did.
Scott Sandlin played hockey here. The Michelettis played here. I mean, this place is dripping with history.
It certainly is. I just thought it was asbestos at the time.
It's not dripping with asbestos that I'm aware of.
No. Now played on out to center ice, and it's picked up by Henry Peterson over the line. And he goes to the backhand, centers it. Boy, he put that one right on. And it comes on out to center, where it's picked up by Swenson and swept to the boards. Now catching up to him, Tate Swanson. And finally played into the zone and right back out. So they'll struggle for it right at the blue line. And now picked up by Cole Swanson, back over the line for Hibbing. Tate Swanson in the circle, shoots, save, rebound, and standing right in front, Kampsula had his stick tied up as he was trying to go after that rebound, and he could not move. Now we have a penalty coming as River Freeman is down.
A vicious hit by Cole Swanson directly in the back of River Freeman and Cole Swanson are like magnets to each other tonight. They've each had 2 or 3 big hits on each other. I think it's funny that Swanson is like in disbelief. He was nowhere near the puck, River Freeman.
Which is sort of the definition of interference, isn't it?
Blew him up in front of the net, not to mention he was from behind, so. Obvious call from my perspective, but I got a great view up here.
You do?
We're center ice, 18 rows up. I can't miss a thing up here.
From the draw, it's shot the length of the ice by Sundvall to start the penalty kill. Hawks 1 for 1 in their power play. This is number 2.
What were their numbers? What were the Hawks' numbers? 30%, right?
They were 30%.
Yeah, watch out.
Now down the wing, they'll come in over the line, and it's Medill knocked off his stick and finally out.
This is their second power play unit, Jeff.
And Martelak, yes, it is. Freeman is probably collecting his
bearings
on the bench. There's a shot, and that's deflected over the.
We'll see if they come out now. Here they come. Second power play of unit got 33 seconds.
Just a quick rest and maybe a word with the coach is now they.
Yeah, here comes Peterson and Freeman. I have this feeling, I'm not sure, you've been watching enough of this tonight. Do you get the sense that River Freeman is the X factor in this game? Every time he gets the puck, it's a grade A opportunity. It feels like he could kind of end this game anytime he wants.
I feel like it's him and Cole Swanson.
Yes, they're tied to each other.
They are.
Swanson's only a freshman.
So it's a very good and very young Hibbing
very
team.
Young.
Here's Peterson high in the slot, shoots, rebound, score! There it is! And a power play goal for Hermantown. And it's 4-2.
They're second tonight, right?
Yep, and it's Skida scoring the goal. And it's 4-2.
Ford Skida makes it 4-2. Beautiful rebound goal. That one looked a lot like the Cole Swanson goal in the exact same spot. Nothing the goaltender could do on that about that one.
12:36, power play goal. Hawks are 2 for 2. And now a 2-goal lead again for Hermantown at 4-2.
Scoring the power play goal for the Hawks, number 18, Brad Skida. He's assisted by number 2, Henry Peterson, and number 26, Charlie Marshall. Skida from Peterson and Marshall.
Henry Peterson gets an assist. Marchand gets the other at 12:36 on a power play, 4-2 Hawks.
Marchand has had a heck of a game tonight for the Hawks.
Now played back in the zone, and we'll see what kind of stick-to-itiveness Hibbing can show. As they're back down by 2 again, played into the right corner, and Vessel up the wall looking there for Hildenbrand, and he will flip the puck back into the Hawks' end where it's controlled by Swenson.
Now the energy of the building is gone, isn't it, Jeff?
It is. It's quiet. And now Hibbing having trouble there. They'll bank it off to the boards to Sundvall on the near side. Relayed out to center, and now they attack with speed. It's Eisner over the line. He closes in, and he got it right to the edge of the goal crease. And Kellen Elsner was knocked off his pins right there. Comes out to center ice, and here's Freeman. Over the line, leaves a drop pass, and a good job of stick lifting there.
Great play.
As Medill was not able to make the shot as Galley had his stick tied up. Now back into the Hawks zone. Berg backhands it ahead. And now here's Sundvall over the line. Sundvall shoots, a save made. Puck comes off the goaltender to the far side. And it's controlled there and played back down by Blake Riccio. Now Riccio steals it, plays it down low, and a chance there for Gabardi, but he peels back and feeds the right point. And here's a shot, save made by Francisco off Rewerts. And now Hermantown again in possession. 2:53 to go in the second period. Puck in their zone. It's banked off the glass, and Riccio throws a big hit, and that knocks Skida off his feet. Now played to the high slot and controlled by Lenzik. Tried to throw it in front, and Hibbing's able to play to center ice, and here comes Riccio. 3-on-2 over the line, and then Riccio's shot was blocked by Mannion off to the boards. Riccio goes after it, and now backhands it down the wall and gives it up to Freeman, and now a pass ahead. Here's Skida over the line. He's got Rewerts on the turn, and then he plays it behind the net. Nice piece of defense by the freshman there, as it's picked up on the far side by Nicklin on the wall. Now a one-time shot and a glove catch made by Wally off Caden Mannion. Face-off with 2:13 left in the second.
Mannion's got a younger sister, Taylor, who's one of the best players in the state for her age. Fun, and she played boys hockey quite a bit for the Hawks at the youth level. Played in the Pee Wee AA state tournament for the Hawks 2 years ago down in New Ulm.
Face-off coming to the right of the Hibbing goal. And Bo Christie on to take this face-off for Hermantown, but lost the draw to Tate Swanson. Right around on the far side, and here's Swanson at center. Over the line, takes a high hit, and now comes to the slot area. Swenson for Hermantown plays it, and it gets past Sundvall, and it'll be Cole Swanson picking it up. And Hibbing will try again. Pass on the left, gets past everyone. No icing, it was on the wrong side.
I think that was a good call.
Yes, it was on the wrong side of Mannion, and they said he could have played it. Now it comes out to center ice where it's picked up by Krampetich, and he shoots it in. It'll ring the boards to the far side. Tate Swanson there. He plays it past Mannion on the boards. Now a centering pass, and it comes to nothing in front of the goal as the Hawks break out to center, as Martelok winds up knocking it into the zone deep, and after it there is Krampetich in the corner, feeds to the far side, and back and forth we go as Hibbing comes to center. 1:23 to go in the period, and now on the near side it comes out to center and played back by Krampetich, and then he gets it back as it was knocked into the zone. Now a pass on the left too far for Cole Swanson, and a drop pass. Tate Swanson picks it off, throws it in front, and a shot by Campsulo winds up going off the defense. Never got to the net. Now cleared ahead by Christie. It's going to go the length, and that will be icing as we hit the last minute of play in the second period, and an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Blue Jackets.
I think that Hibbing has definitely answered the bell after that fourth goal. I feel like they've not just backed down. I think they're really starting to press. They're getting some good chances. They just need one to hop in the net for them to make this a game.
Face off to the left of the Hermantown goal. And it's picked up by Peterson from the face-off. Throws it ahead, and now over the line, deflected onto the stick of Erickson, across, and a post-to-post stop there by Wally.
Great save, Wally. By Wally there.
And now played off the boards to center ice by Elsner, and now they'll scrum for it with about 40 seconds to go in the period. Hawks pick it up, and now stealing it is Galley. He throws it in front, a backhanded shot, and a superb save by Francisco against Hildenbrand as it comes off to the corner. And Hibbing Chisholm looking to pick it up at the right point, and they play it down the wall. And now here is Elsner. He's in deep, 18 seconds in the period, centers it, and it comes to the goaltender before the onrushing Galley can get there.
What a great chance for Elsner. I don't think he believed he had so much time and space in front of the net. Francisco shows why he's got such a low goals against average and high save percentage on that one.
Face off to the left of Francisco, 16 seconds to go in the second period, and the Hawks holding a 4-2 lead. From the draw, Cole Swanson, and it comes out to center. Sunball plays it back in with 10 seconds to go, and here's Mannion behind the net for Hermantown, banking it off the glass. It'll come all the way down the ice, and it will now be steered back to the corner by Wally as the second period will come to an end. And our score is Hermantown 4 and Hibbing Chisholm 2. Shots in the period by Hermantown 13, a two-period total of 25, and for Hibbing Chisholm 9, two-period total of 21. It's still up for grabs, 4-2 as we get ready to go to the third period, Tony.
Boy, River Freeman just came off the ice. He looked like he was shaken up again. He and Swanson have just absolutely killed each other here tonight.
Well, I think there's no doubt they realize that those are the keys to the respective teams, but should make for an interesting third period. And same situation, I think, as the second. If Hibbing gets a goal, it's wild. Now we're going to go down behind the bench.
We're here in between the benches. Hermantown head coach Patrick Andrews. Now, Patrick, you have the 4-2 goal going into the last period of play. What do you have to do to maintain this goal, maintain this lead, I should say?
Well, we got to keep playing hard, purposeful, simple. When we get cute, we give them opportunities. So we've hurt ourselves. That's what led to their goals. I've really liked our responses. Going down twice, we've responded, but we got to just keep it simple and we'll be fine.
And is that like the talk in the locker room, or what are you going to tell the guys to really ramp them up to get this done?
Yeah, I mean, when we play hard with purpose, keep pucks going forward, it doesn't mean, just throwing pucks, putting pucks into good spots, head-manning pucks, but we got ourselves in trouble on the backhand and being cute. We have to put that away and just finish this thing off hard.
Well, good luck to you, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, that was head coach for Hermantown. Now we're going to head to break and hear from our lovely sponsors. But stay with us, Tony, Peter, and Marissa. Friday night action coming your way soon.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck? Yes, sir. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do? Not really. Will you buy any car? Yeah. Even that one? Even that one. Wow. You do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Welcome back up top, folks. Second intermission here. Hermantown leading Hibbing Chisholm 4-2 through 2 periods. I've got Tony Scott here. Tony, what have you seen from the Bird's Nest?
Well, I've seen a good hockey game, and I've also seen a cage match between River Freeman and Cole Swanson. It's going to be a wonder if either one of them can walk out of this building. They've hit each other at least 4 or 5 times viciously. One in front of the net, one at the end of the period, one here on the boards. It's been highly entertaining, highly physical, and very, very energetic crowd when Hibbing can get in the game. When they made it 3-2, it was quite entertaining.
I think it's been entertaining for us up here. I'm not so sure that Pat Andrews would say it's entertaining.
No.
River Freeman dumped in front of the Hawks bench at the end of the period. He was slow getting up after that one. Joe Ogenin, one of our eagle-eyed reporters up here, mentioned to me that early in the period, Freeman went down through the tunnel. He came back out, was slashed by Swanson, and then gets knocked down at the end of the period.
I think that was an equipment issue after the first period.
Okay.
But because he came back so quickly, but I'm not sure if he's going to come out for the third round of the bout with Cole Swanson.
Well, Freeman's a warrior. I think he'll be back on the ice. 2 goals in the second period at 16:08 to play in the period. Jace Kamsula scores his 13th of the season for Hibbing Chisholm to pull the Blue Jackets within 1, but with 4:24 to play on the power play. Ford Skida from Henry Peterson and Charlie Marchand to give the Hawks the 2-goal lead heading into the third.
It's that power play. You did 31%. That's going to be at 35 by the end of the night. It's been unbelievable, but they still have to work on that penalty kill. The Hawks, if they get shorthanded, I could see Hibbing narrowing the score if that happens.
Young player for Hibbing, Whit Rewitz, had a fabulous play, but Henry Peterson, the senior defender for Hermantown, he's turned the second period into his personal showcase.
So many fun players to watch, but Henry's been good. But Whit Rewitz had that Dennis Savard 360. He showed what he's going to show off here in Hibbing for the next 3 years.
Yeah, we'll highlight Henry Peterson again when we come back after a word from our sponsors.
Matza pizzas are made in the heart of America's Dairyland, Kaukauna, Wisconsin. Every brewpub pizza is made with the highest quality meat and veggie toppings. Then bombarded with over half a pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Snag a slice of brewpub pizza at the concession stand or enjoy a whole pizza conveniently located in the frozen pizza section of your local grocery store. Brewpub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Generally speaking, water is a better fluid to use to rehydrate with. A big part of the importance of hydration is hydrating before the race rather than during the race. So, the hydration before a long distance race in particular really starts the day before the race, probably almost 24 to 36 hours before the race to be completely hydrated.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck? Yes, sir. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do? Not really. Will you buy any car? Yeah. Even that one? Even that one. Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Since 1933, 3 generations of Kozlaks have wined and dined Minnesotans with great food and impeccable service. Located in historic northeast Minneapolis, Jack's is open for happy hour, dinner, and a tasty weekend brunch. With a world-class bar and a spectacular outdoor patio, your dining experience will be both memorable and delicious.
In just a few minutes, we'll get started with period number 3, but not before I throw a few more statistics at Mr. Tony Scott. As I was saying about Henry Peterson, he's got 3 assists so far, showing why he is a Division I commit. He'll be headed to St. Thomas soon, but Tony, here's a couple more numbers for you. Hibbing Chisholm, -2 in the third period this year, having been outscored by opponents 19-17, and Hermantown on the flip side, +6 in the third period, outscoring opponents 16-10. Whose trend prevails?
Well, obviously Hermantown's, and I talked to Coach Andrews before the game, and he says, we look forward to the third period because we like to wear down our opponents. I don't like TV timeouts, he said. It gives my opponent a chance to rest. We have the depth. We saw that with Lukowski. He's a fourth liner, and he's getting big minutes and he's playing well. He wants no TV timeouts. So I think it's going to be interesting to see. And then a little bit about Henry Peterson. I just think he's got an extra step on everybody tonight.
Well, he is 7 feet tall. That would give him an extra step.
He is definitely the tallest Peterson, no question about it.
Speaking of depth, Jace Kamsala from Hibbing Chisholm stepping up on the score sheet. 13 goals sounds like a lot, but he's not even one of the top 5 leading scorers on the team. Who else do you think from this Hibbing team could provide a little bit of scoring
depth? It's going
to
be Tate Swanson.
You think it'll be Tate Swanson? Okay.
And we're still waiting for Jackson Strukel to really come out of his shell since coming back from injury. I think he could be a big factor in this third period.
All that to see and more. The third period coming right at you, but not before a word from our sponsors.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck? Yes, sir. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do? Not really. Will you buy any car? Yeah. Even that one? Even that one. Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Hockey's a very unique sport. I would say it has this blend of toughness and athleticism, but by and large, really creativity. You have lots of great athletes, but you don't have lots of great hockey players, and the biggest separator is what they call hockey IQ or intelligence, and that's the ability to really process information quickly, make decisions.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Is your business ready to tackle today's IT and cybersecurity challenges? At Cyber Advisors, we specialize in keeping companies secure and running smoothly. From proactive cybersecurity solutions to 24/7 IT support, we're here to help. Visit cyberadvisors.com/hockey for a free discovery call.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Is your business ready to tackle today's IT and cybersecurity challenges? At Cyber Advisors, we specialize in keeping companies secure and running smoothly. From proactive cybersecurity solutions to 24/7 IT support, we're here to help. Visit cyberadvisors.com/hockey for a free discovery call.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Back in Hibbing, 4-2 Hawks as we head to the third period. For Hibbing, Chisholm, this is their second to last home game of the season. They don't play another home game for almost a month. They have 7 games in a row on the road. Duluth Marshall, International Falls, Eden Prairie, Rockridge, Superior, Detroit Lakes, and Cloquet on the road. That's a lot of bus time.
You know, that was one of the reasons they're wearing their Hockey Day jerseys, is because they weren't going to be able to wear them ever again. So, like, let's throw them on and wear them tonight because we're not going to, like, so few home games remaining.
Looking at Hermantown now, how about this for a run out? Shakopee at Superior, at St. Thomas Academy. Then they are at home their last 5. Matamidi, Cloquet, Moorhead, Benilde, and Grand Rapids for their last 5 games.
That is an absolute war zone.
That is a gauntlet without too much doubt. And here, the number 1 Hawks, according to our YHH staff rankings, leading number 4 ranked, Hibbing Chisholm by 4-2.
Number 23 back on the ice. River Freeman looked like he was left for dead coming off the ice, holding his shoulder, and he looks 100% ready. Let me give Cole Swanson a quick update.
Okay.
You better watch out, Cole Swanson, because I think River Freeman is coming for you. This has been a cage match between those two tonight.
It has indeed. As the late Gene Okerlund might have said, don't you dare miss it.
There's going to be fines and suspensions.
This guy will never tee it up in the Twin Cities again as we get ready for the third period.
One of my favorite lines. Whenever there was trouble in the AWA, there was fines and suspensions.
Stanley Blackburn was going to be really upset, yes.
The fictional
president of the
AWA.
Yep.
What a badass that Stanley Blackburn was, even though we never saw him.
On the way home, let me tell you about the time I played golf with Baron von Raschke. Now, from the third period, the puck in the zone, and here's a shot that goes wide from Sunval and picked up by Strukel. And he threw it in front and heading behind the net, nearly a tip-in. As a good chance there, puck comes out to center ice, and Sunval, they worked it down low, and it's a skill play. No two ways about that. This Hibbing team certainly has that. And now it's picked up by Cole Swanson to center ice, and over the line comes Strukel trying to split the defense right to the goal, and then he lost it. Cole Swanson stripped away, And it's picked up at center ice by Lenzik, and he plays it in. Now Freeman closing. Freeman shooting, he scores. Top corner on the right, and it's 5-2. And that's the way you answer the physical play. River Freeman's second goal of the game and 20th of the year.
I called him the Grim Reaper. I feel like he was going to end this game anytime he chose to. He finally got the puck high in the slot and just ripped one past Wally to make it 5-2.
You can see here, you can see where he saw he had the angle as Wally a little bit too far over towards the left post, and Freeman had easy pickings in the top right, and it's 5-2 Hawks now with 16:05 to go.
I think River Freeman is making a case to be a Mr. Hockey finalist. I don't know about you, Jeff.
Possible. And Lenzik gets the only assist, and it's then iced by the Hawks. We'll go back with 1:09 gone in the third period. Freeman's 20th, second of the game from Cole Lenzik.
I mean, you could say, oh, he's Class A, but you just read off their schedule. He's playing Murderers Row.
Yep.
He's putting up point after point, big goals in big games. Put him on my ballot right now.
You know, and you look at Hibbing as well. They've played 7 games against AA teams.
Yes.
They play 5 games against ranked teams as well. So, you know, scheduling up is not something that just Hermantown does.
That is the name of the game, I'm telling you.
And here's Marchand into the center circle now to the right, and Erickson shoots and a save made by Wally in a faceoff. 1:32 gone, 26 shots, 27 shots, and 5 goals for Hermantown, 21 shots and 2 goals for Hibbing.
There's a guy named Dave Huddle. He's watching back in Hermantown right now. One of the forefathers of why Hermantown hockey has done so well. He was the arena manager for God only knows how long.
Chad.
The friendliest man alive. His son is Chad.
Yeah.
And Dave's watching tonight. Shout out to you, Dave, and all the hard work you did for Hermantown hockey.
And now here comes Hibbing down the wing. Sunball over the line, and he goes down. Penalty coming on Hermantown. And it'll be a power play for Hibbing, which is not quite must score, but you can see it from there with 1 minute and 45 seconds gone. Chad Huddle was on the UMD team in 2009, and I got a chance to watch him play for a season as the radio voice. Tripping is the penalty against Kalkbrenner.
Well, it's a great family. The Huddles have done so much for Hermantown hockey.
1:45 of the third.
He's on the bench over there. You know that, right? Chad is?
Yes.
As an assistant, yes.
Fourth power play for Hibbing. And they need a goal, trailing by 3. Here's Sunval. Playing it down the wall for Tate Swanson. Back to Sunval up the slot. He shoots, save, and a rebound is cleared away neatly. But Swanson controls it. Tate Swanson over to Sunval. Back to Tate Swanson at the left point, and he tries to play around the forward Skida, and it winds up in the corner. And now towards the point, and held there by Sunval, only by the hardest, and now a pass to the far side, and Cole Swanson one times it wide. Karam to the left point, and now up the slot, picked up by Sunball over to the right, a shot, that goes wide as Tate Swanson picks it up. 1:10 in the power play, and he...
Too much perimeter right now, way too much perimeter. They got to get the puck down low. They're just shooting for the perimeter. Hermantown's happy to give it to him.
Indeed, here is Hildenbrand, and now he goes to the hash mark, passes it to Tate Swanson up the slot, and there's really no way through now. Tate Swanson in the circle, comes to the dot, centers it, one-time shot by Elsner. That goes off the traffic. Picked up and backhanded by Mannion down the ice. 43 seconds in the power play, and Hibbing needing to get it up the ice quickly. Bank pass up the near side. Sunval passes to himself over the line, cuts to the slot, goes down, picked up there by Medill, and he clears for Hermantown. 25 remaining in the power play. 13.5 to play in the third period. Pass from the right by Rewerts. And they can't get zone entry figured out here, and that's body check thrown by Medill, and then he starts back with 10 seconds in the penalty, and he flips it in deep. And the rebound played behind the net. And that's going to just about do it for the Hibbing power play on the near side. Strukel now played over to the far side, and they'll come over the line. Here's Rewerts taking a shot. That goes wide. And the long Karam comes up the near boards, and Medill out to center, played back in by Strukel rink wide, and then he will head to the bench as the defenseman will change for Hibbing with just under 13 minutes to go. Now the puck played up the near wing by Swenson. A long pass to the left is too far for everyone, and that'll be icing.
You get that brand new sheet out there, fresh sheet, a lot of icings in those first couple minutes till the snow gets scraped onto the ice.
Well, you got teams too that are stretching. Both of them are. You might see a few more because of that. Face off to the right of the Hermantown goal. It'll be Gabarty facing off against Nicklin, and from the draw, loose in the circle. Hawks play to the near boards. And now Nicklin feeds it behind the goal. Here comes Hermantown, the left wing, and that's delayed. Zone exit, and now controlled by Marchand in the corner. Feeds to the near side, and now here's Lukovsky. Over the line, Lukovsky, and then they all fall down as the puck winds up off the stick of Nicklin. Now a drop pass, and here is Peterson. Over to the left, a one-time shot, and that winds up going wide of the goal from Kolenzik. Now loose along the boards and finally behind the net. Hermantown trying to center the puck through Nicklin, and he's taken in against the boards as Gabarty plays it out, and finally it's picked up by Riccio for Hibbing, and he will just shoot it ahead. That'll be icing on Hibbing. We'll go back with 11:56 to go. We'll take a timeout here from Hibbing. It's 5-2 Hawks here on the Hub.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
5-2 the score, and the man of the moment, River Freeman, 2 goals, giving him 20 on the season. He is still the only Hawk in double figures in goals, but it hardly matters. They spread out the goals that they do get, and they play great defense, and they're up by 3 here with just under 12 minutes to go. And it's played, here comes Tate Swanson, and he picks it up, then lays it in front. A drop pass is finally picked off by Lenzik. Loose in the circle, and a chance as Kampsula puts it wide. Now a bank pass to the left point, and here's Kramputic, and that's stolen away, and here comes Hermantown back. Lenzik down the wing, and it's knocked off his stick and picked up by Rewerts. Long pass for Cole Swanson, does not connect, and it's icing as they try to fly this wing Cole Swanson, and the pass just didn't work out, and we'll get a face-off back in the Hibbing zone.
4 stretch passes, right, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Did you check any scores out of town? Only one I saw. I saw Gophers were leading Notre Dame 5-2 after 2.
Sold out.
I got to see that.
I
want to hear about the Grand Rapids White Bear Lake Tilt at the TCO
5-0 for White Bear
They're
this
winning.
time.
Wow.
At the TCO, so a couple of top 10 teams there. Puck comes out to center. And
I think the Bears are for real. I really do.
Only time I saw White Bear play was against Hill Murray, and they shut him out.
And Hill was at their best that night.
Yes.
I watched that in Florida.
They played very well.
Yeah.
And now
broadcast was average, but everything else was fantastic.
Yeah, I suppose that's probably true.
Average. 5.2 out of 10. Good camera work.
Would not repeat.
Yeah, I would not go back. I've watched a few of your games this year.
You poor guy. Holy crap.
On NSPN, and obviously none on YHH because I'm usually with you.
That's right. Face-off coming up to the left of the Hibbing goal. And now centering pass. Good chance in front, and a super stop by Wally against Nicklin. as the puck comes out to center ice, and Hibbing will once again try to get it forward. Now Christie plays it, and picked up there by Strukel. Pass up the middle, and they do hit one of those flyers. Elsner closing in, and a Hibbing player went down in front of the goal, and puck never wound up on net. Lukovsky plays it up the boards, and now Christie, a pass to center ice, and that's cut out. Comes over to the far side, and Mannion will play it. Now over the line, the Hawks pick it up. Christie drops it, and a shot is blocked as Nicklin tried to force his way through to the net. And now it's picked up on the near wing, and it's Elsner. And he's over the line for Hibbing. Elsner tries to take it to the left, and he is closed off. Puck comes to the near corner, and behind the net, a return pass too far for Elsner, and Peterson will play it. And up the boards to center. Here's Lukovsky losing it in the center circle. And Hibbing comes back over the line, and it's offside as McDonald came in, and Elsner was in the zone already, so we'll face off at neutral.
You know, we talked about how young Hibbing is, right?
Yeah.
But in their rearview mirror, right in front of them, is a crop of bantams last year that played in the state final. Bo Christie, Lenzik, Nicklin, Swenson. These kids all played on the Bantam runner-up team last year at AA. So they're also got a really nice stockpile of players, and they got a really nice Bantam team at Hermantown this year. So I don't think it's going to be easy for Hibbing to get their way to state as long as Hermantown's in their way.
It'd be tough for anybody to get to state, but as you look at the rankings, you've got 3 of the 4 Class A top teams in the state, all in Section 7.
Cloquet, and don't forget about Proctor. They got a nice squad, too.
Played back into the Hermantown zone. Peterson to the left corner, banks it around for Swenson behind the goal. Just over 9 minutes left. Long pass to the left, and here's Freeman going after it, and he can't catch it. It'll be icing.
That was not icing. That was on the red line. I don't know why that was called icing, but not as easy to see from
from down
ice
there
with skates on.
Yep. But yes, our Youth Hockey Hub staff rankings have put 3 of the top 4 teams in the same section.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of that. I'm not in charge of that.
No.
Just the rankings.
Wasn't suggesting that you were, sir.
Not the pins on the map. They literally say there are pins on the map.
Yes. Here's a shot that is deflected down to the corner, and Tate Swanson takes it behind the net, tries the near side, and Lenzik's there first. Now a bouncing puck into the circle, and Kampsula after it. Now it's picked up and cleared back to neutral ice, and finally back into the Hibbing zone. And an outlet pass as Cole Swanson feeds the right and over the line. Here's a shot, and a blocker save by Francisco. As Kampsula tried for his second goal. Now a centering pass. Kampsula tied up. It comes in front of the goal. Tate Swanson couldn't get a shot away, and now it's picked up and played out by the Hawks. And here's Erickson over the line, centering pass. There's no one there. It's picked off by Krompetich. And now Tate Swanson over the line. He gets around Mannion but can't bring the puck. Now he brings it back in over the line, leaves it, and here's Cole Swanson closing. He gets to the dot, he shoots and didn't have anything on it. It winds up wide of the goal to the far side. Strukel behind the goal, trying to center it. Now comes to the near side, and the Hawks will gain possession along the boards. And can they get out? Yes, they can. Down the near wing, here's Erickson over the line, centering pass, and another backhanded pass to the far side for Medill, who couldn't reach it. And now it's played up the wall and out to center ice by Hibbing. Less than 8 minutes to go now, and here they come over the line. It's Tate Swanson cutting to the slot. Swanson fires. He tried to go drag it back to the back post and missed it wide. Now cleared along the boards and down behind the goal, and Hildenbrand goes after it. Now the puck comes to the left edge, and finally Hermantown picks it up with Peterson. And Henry Peterson to center ice over the line. Comes to the circle, takes a shot, and a save made. Oh, and a hit in against the goaltender by Medill. I don't think he meant it, but with the score 5-2, it leads to bad feeling.
A little too close for comfort there. Especially when you're down by a few goals. You take a reception of that, right?
Yeah. I don't blame him. I'm just saying with a score 5-2, you kind of expect something like that if there's contact made. 7:24 left. Face off to the left of the Hibbing goal. Now loose in the left corner from the face-off. Played around by Mason McDonald, and they don't get it out. Here's a shot and a save made by Wally against Ethan Asta, who has it back now and plays it to the corner where it's picked up by Elsner for Hibbing. And he lays it ahead, and now played by Galley across the rink. That's going to be an offside. at the line with exactly 7 minutes to play here in the third period, and the Hawks holding a 5-2 lead.
You know what I just noticed, and I'm usually the uniform guy, right? I
Yeah.
know everything about uniforms.
Yes.
I failed to notice that the Hibbing team has breezer covers too.
Do they?
Yeah, well, look at, they got the stripes on the
Yes, they
side.
do.
And
That's
that's just not a plain navy breezer cover that the JV had, just the plain breezer cover. So a really nice ensemble that they'll have next Saturday in Shakopee.
All right, and here comes Hermantown. Nicklin over the line. And that's broken up. Riccio plays it out to neutral ice. And the Hawks backtrack for it with Kalkbrenner. He plays it into the zone, and McDonald sidesteps it, check, plays it back out to center. Kalkbrenner again. Over to the far side, and now played on into the zone. It's going to wind up in the right corner behind the net. And now they'll break out up the middle. Here comes Hibbing to center ice. Riccio over the line. He takes a shot, and it's right on, and a save by Francisco with 6:17 left in the third. You know, we talked about Hermantown not scoring a lot of goals, at least tonight anyway. This looks like the same old Hermantown to me. And that's,
oh, yeah.
You know, from that point of view, and I don't say that as an insult, I say that as a compliment.
A lot of aggression.
Yes.
There was a lot of aggression.
Yes.
Very aggressive kids.
Don't see a whole lot of difference, frankly. Well, this is the first time I've seen Hermantown this year as the puck is down and cleared back behind the net to the near side. And Swenson plays it ahead. It comes up the wall as they look for Lenzik on the boards. And they'll tie it up there. Now picked up, and here's a shot that comes to the right edge of the goal from Campsulo off the traffic. And again, Hibbing buzzing here, but so hard to get inside and get those chances below the dots. And now it's played ahead and it's tipped in. And that should be icing, and is, as Skida can't catch up. Now 5:51 to go. We'll take a timeout here from Hibbing. It's 5-2 Hawks here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Back at the Hibbing Memorial Arena with Tony Scott. Jeff Pappas with you with 5:51 to play in this game. The last Friday night ice of the season, and it's a 5-2 lead for the Hermantown Hawks. Face-off will come in the Hermantown zone to the right of Bryce Francisco, who has made 23 saves on 25 shots tonight. And Swanson wins the draw. That's Tate over to Sunvolt. Here's a shot loose in front, and no rebound for Tate Swanson, who's trying his best as Sunvolt backhands it towards the net, gets it back on the goal line extended, throws it across, and it's kicked to the slot, and a shot by Bengali winds up deflected over the glass and out of play. So a nice little flurry there for Hibbing. They trail it by 3 with 5.5 to go.
After the game, we'll interview the player of the game, and I think our leader in the clubhouse right now is River Freeman.
I would expect. Now cleared towards the left point. Sunvolt dives and can't block it. Now here comes Lenzik over the line, empty net, and I'm actually stunned that I missed that. It's 6 skaters for Hibbing.
I like the empty net call. You're down by 3. You got to generate offense. And maybe we got a penalty there, too.
Quite possible. Is there a number of players? And it looks like...
Wow, linesman called that. Yeah, I'd put the goalie back in now. How about you, boss?
You know what? I would.
I would put the goalie back in.
The temptation to play 6-on-4 is
stupid. Stupid.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm a goalie pull guy. I'm a 3 minutes. If you're not generating offense, you're down by 1 or 2, pull the goalie. But I don't like this at all.
No, not with a free icing available to you.
Yeah, free icing.
Power play will be number 5 for Hibbing Chisholm. And now we'll see if they can get a quick one here. Now,
You ever watch the NFL games or the college games? They talk about they read the card. Here's the card. Maybe the card says 3-goal deficit. Even on the power play, you keep the goalie pulled, I guess.
Well, I've seen teams do that before. You get power plays when they got a goaltender pulled. Most of them seem to go 6-on-4. Over the line, it's Hildenbrand. It's like the whole issue whether you punt on 4th down.
No,
now.
Here we go.
Here's a chance in front, and a good chance as Elsner got in tight, but then couldn't find a way past Francisco, and it's cleared the length of the ice. 1:20 in the power play, 4:37 to go, and it's 6-on-4 for Hibbing as it's lost and then played back into the zone by Marchand, and it winds up behind the goal. And Tate Swanson will go back for it. So they roll the dice, do the Blue Jackets, and over the line they come. Here's a shot. It's off the goaltender, went over the top of the goal as Swanson put it off the glove of Francisco. And now they'll set up on the power play. And here's Elsner shooting, and actually a pass behind the net. Now they center it loose at the left edge, and a whack at it by Hildenbrand. And the puck is played with a high stick, and that will bring the goaltender back in, as they'll take the faceoff all the way back in the Hibbing zone with 48 seconds left on the power play.
Hibbing could use a little puck luck. You know?
Yep.
They've had some really good grade A's and just haven't been able to finish.
Faceoff coming up now in the Hibbing zone to the right of the reinstated Rex Wally. As I look down press row here and I see Will Peterson smiling. The Hermantown grad. Shot all the way down. And now all the way back the other way, and Wally will set it up.
I think Will Peterson's listening, but he's definitely not here, Mr. Papers.
Well, that's true. Over the line, and here's a chance in front. They take it right to the net, and they score. Strokel. And it is 5-3 with 3:43 to go.
That's his first varsity goal, maybe. No, someone else got it.
Well, Strokel was the one celebrating. We'll see who they give it to at 3:43 to go. I always think of Will when I see Hermantown play.
What's that?
I always think of Will when I see Hermantown playing. 13-17, it is a power play goal. Second of the game for Hibbing Chisholm, and they are within 2.
Who gets the goal? I don't know who got the goal.
Well, Strokel was celebrating, but they all were.
He celebrated.
And it's Vessel getting the goal, his first varsity goal.
Nice game tonight.
Galley and Rewerts getting assists on the power play, and with 3:31 to go, Hibbing is within 2. And now played to center ice. Now a pass to center ice, and here is Rewerts. And they come in over the line. Tate Swanson leaves a drop pass. Here comes the goaltender. And it lands in the corner. And Tate Swanson plays it behind the net. Centering pass right up the slot. Strukel now feeds the near circle. Here's a shot, and Galley saves rebound, or Francisco saves. Galley missed the rebound, I should say. And now cleared up the slot, held in and thrown towards the net, looking for a deflection in front. Swanson centers it, and it's cleared out to center with 2:46 left. And now Hibbing will wind it up once again. And it's picked up by Strukel. Defender fell, came over the line, a shot and a pad save by Francisco. Off to the near boards, Tate Swanson was around behind the net to the far side. And now picked up by Strukel over to the left side, and a shot by Sundvold winds up going off the traffic and then cleared out of play into the crowd with 2:24 left.
Well, there's the stop.
Cole Swanson doing a...
he's had a couple of those tonight.
I hate to say it, but
dives.
soccer-like swan dives. And
oh, no, they got a penalty on. I think it's going to get a little dicey here in the final 2:24.
Now,
timeout Hibbing.
Hibbing takes its timeout, as you mentioned, with 2:24 to go. And let's take a quick break here from Hibbing, and we'll finish coming up next. 5-3 Hawks here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
All right, back in Hibbing as we get ready for the finish. 2:24 to go, 5-3 the score. 6 skaters for Hibbing. And Tate Swanson on for the draw. Now it comes to the near side, and Galley in the corner trying to play it. And now goes behind the net. Hibbing again in possession from the right edge. Rewerts crashing in, and he was not able to put it on goal. Now he digs it out and comes to the goal line extended on the near side, goes back behind the net. A centering pass, and they tried to sneak in a defender at the back post, that being Tate Swanson from the defense position. And now a shot towards the empty net goes wide. And in the left corner with 1:50 to go. Here's a pass for Rewerts. How much gas do they have left in the tank? Over the line. And it winds up behind the net. Going after it there is Galley. Plays it up the boards. And now Cole Swanson tries to play it. Tate Swanson behind the goal. Puts it beside the net. It's loose, and the Hawks pick it up, and here's a bouncing puck that is trickling towards the empty net. And a goal with 1:26 to go, and that will finish it up here as Hermantown goes ahead 6-3.
They got the puck luck there, didn't they?
They sure did.
I'm not saying that Hermantown was the lucky team and they were the unlucky team, but I'm saying they've got a couple chances. A few more bounces than Hibbing did tonight.
So with 1 minute and 26 seconds to play, and it's River Freeman with a hat trick.
Ignore the scoreboard that says 57 seconds, but close enough.
Well, it is what it is. Excuse me. Now here come the Hawks again with the goaltender back in. And Marchand plays it to the boards and finally out to center for Caden Mannion. Now back deep. And Landon Kropotich in the corner. Bonnie played ahead on the wrong side of Hunter Gustafson, and that'll be icing on Hibbing Chisholm with 1:02 to go. Not a bad hockey game here tonight, and I think you get...
No, not at all.
Get the impression that Hibbing Chisholm would like another shot at these Hawks. They've had some chances in this game to get closer. As we're in the last minute now, and out to center, as Gustafson takes a hit in against the boards from Bo Christie, and it's played across the line, and now the shot, oh, it's off the post as it comes to the left point, and a drive winds up going wide of the goal by Mason McDonald, and Landon Kropotich rang the goalpost there from the right point. Now it winds up in the near corner, and after it is Gabardi for Hibbing. Played it back behind the net, and 2 players in for each team. Now controlled on the far side by Bo Christie. He goes back into the corner with 25 seconds left. Now we're going to have a penalty behind the goal. And it's going to wind up going against the Blue Jackets. We have a cross check coming with 17 seconds to go. And heading to the penalty box is Elsner.
Kellen's had a nice game tonight, too.
16:42 is the time of the penalty. And a very quick power play for Hermantown for the rest of this game, barring a goal in remaining 17 seconds. Hawks 2 for 2 on the power play. And it's down, and it's controlled by Mannion. Near side, Swenson takes a shot, and it's right on. A save by Wally, and that burns up 6 seconds. Now 11 seconds to play in this game, and Hermantown will go to 10, 4, and 3. And Hibbing Chisholm will go to 10 and 7. But River Freeman with a hat trick, and now even closer to the clubhouse. It looks like he would be the player of the game as it's picked up and played out by Vessel. That's going to go all the way down the ice right on to Francisco. With 4 seconds to go, to wind up behind the net, and that will close out our game. And our final score here from the Memorial Building is Hermantown 6 and Hibbing Chisholm 3. Final shots 33-31 for the Blue Jackets. So they had 12 in the third period and Hermantown had 6. So there you have it. And we're going to get an interview with the player of the game shortly, as I understand it.
Yeah, it'll be River Freeman from Hermantown. River will sit down and stand on the ice and talk with Marissa Voss. We'll go down to Marissa in just a second after the handshake. What were your thoughts on the game, Jeff?
You know what? I think I love Hibbing's skill level. And they're so close, and they're playing good teams. I think they have a chance to be either a dark horse or more than a dark horse in that section tournament.
It's going to be a fun section semifinal Saturday.
Sure is. It sure is.
And there's been some duds in 7A over the past few years, but not anymore.
Nope, not at all. And we are awaiting River Freeman's arrival after the handshake line. There he goes through the center circle. So I think he sort of either he's been told or is expecting it. And I probably would too if I were him.
Yeah, he knows it now.
Now he's with Marissa, so we'll go down there momentarily. Now he's ready. He's got his hair where he wants it. So let's go down to Marissa.
Marissa Voss on the ice with the player of the game. This is River Freeman. Now, River, you had 3 goals, 1 assist. Walk me through such a great performance you had tonight here in Hibbing.
I think it came from all the boys. We've been rallying the last couple weeks, and we've been on a roll. And if we keep playing the way we do, nobody can stop us. So it's not just me; it's everybody on the team. So
I heard a lot of hooping and hollering from the boys in the lineup. How much does this team win mean to you guys?
It's a whole lot. I mean, coming to the season, everyone doubted us, so they were really rooting for other teams in our section, and we're proving everyone wrong. So.
And one last thing, you guys from top to bottom, start to finish, were the ones in control this entire game. How did you do that and really start in the first minute of the first period?
Yeah, I mean, our goal is outwork every team. We come to the rink every day, work our butts off, and come to show. I mean, this is a great hockey team, and we came to play today, and we got the job done. So.
Yes, you did. Again, 3 goals, 1 assist, player of the game, Friday Night Ice, River Freeman. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, King. Appreciated him. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. But we are going to have some breaks, hear from our sponsors, and then please stay tuned for more stuff from Tony and Peter.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
Is your business ready to tackle today's IT and cybersecurity challenges? At Cyber Advisors, we specialize in keeping companies secure and running smoothly. From proactive cybersecurity solutions to 24/7 IT support, we're here to help. Visit cyberadvisors.com/hockey for a free discovery call.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
Well, what began as a celebration of the Hibbing 1985 state tournament team turned into a bigger celebration for River Freeman and Henry Peterson and the Hermantown Hawks. A final from the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Hermantown 6, it's hard to keep up with all those goals. 6-3 over the Blue Jackets. Tony, Scott, what'd you see out of the third period?
Well, a lot of the same as the first two periods. The Hawks, when needed, were able to pull through clutch. And no offense to Hibbing, but they just did not get the bounce when they needed it. They got it to 5-3, had a couple great chances in front of the net and couldn't get it to pop. And then obviously Hermantown ended it with a beautiful empty net goal. And again, a little bit more luck. They had a little bit of the luck of the Irish, I think, more than Hibbing did. That was one of my conclusions during the broadcast.
Are there any Irish players on the Hermantown team?
I don't know.
We don't know that. We won't go through the Ancestry.com versions of every player, but a scoring summary from the third period with 16:06 to play in the first minute of the third period. River Freeman from Cole Lenzik. Cole Lenzik had a fabulous game, by the way.
Did.
With 3:43 to play in regulation, Philip Vessel scored his first varsity goal.
Pretty cool.
For Hibbing Chisholm, and the empty netter, River Freeman from Bryce Francisco. So Hermantown.
Goalie assist?
A goalie assist.
Oh,
the war
yes,
machine of Hermantown marches on. Congratulations to the Hawks on a fabulous game.
During the broadcast, we were talking about the remaining schedule for Hermantown. Holy smokes. It is really tough. You got Benilde, White Bear. I mean, it's Shakopee. I mean, it's just murderer's row coming up for them. And you know what? Hibbing's got a tough schedule. And they get to play on Hockey Day next week. So they played a Friday Night Ice this week, Hockey Day. Those are good tests for Hibbing to play on big stages against tough opponents, and it's going to be good for them come section playoffs.
Hermantown apparently looks like a plug-and-play operation here. They lose Drew Nelson, Will Ester-Brooks. They lose A.J. Francisco, and everybody steps up and fills in the gaps.
I just see a lot of future Division I talent. We talked a lot about those bantams you saw last year in Grand Rapids. Lenzik, of course, today. Bo Christie, Alex Nicklin.
Gabe Swenson.
Gabe Swenson is just an absolute beast out there. I just was really pleased with his progress from 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. Now as a sophomore, it's really fun to watch how Gabe's come along.
It is. It's a final 6-3 Hermantown, but don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with a scoreboard show and a final sign-off from the Hibbing Memorial Arena after a word from our sponsors.
They'll tell you, if you stay and play high school hockey, you won't make it to the next level. They rarely talk about how special it is to play for your community. To represent where you came from, to wear your school's colors, working one-on-one with coaches, and best of all, playing with your best friends. It can be difficult to know if you're hitting the mark. But when you're hitting the mark, you'll know. Custom hockey jerseys proudly made in the USA.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going? Great. You here to pick up my truck? Yes, sir. Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do? Not really. Will you buy any car? Yeah. Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow. You do it all.
Luther Auto. Over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto. We do it all.
Final segment of tonight's show, a little bit of a scoreboard show here. We will start with the college hockey on the men's side. Minnesota leading Notre Dame 5-2 early in the third period. These scores are as of 8:45 p.m., so please don't shut off the broadcast if my score happens to be wrong.
I got a text from our friend. The shots were 35-10 at one point in favor of the Gophers.
In
they
favor
came
of
out
the Gophers,
flying, definitely.
as it should be. Northern Michigan leading Bemidji State 2-0. Also late in the third period. I'm assuming that game is at a final at this point.
2 wins this year for Northern Michigan. This could be number 3.
Congratulations, Northern Michigan. St. Cloud State beating Arizona State 3-1 in the second period. That game just a little bit behind because I believe they are in Tempe.
No, they are actually in St. Cloud.
So the game is just taking forever.
Correct.
Okay, fantastic.
No, they start at 7:30 on Friday nights in St. Cloud. I learned the hard way.
You went up to a game and you got there a little early.
I went up to a 7 o'clock game and like standing around at 6:30, like, what do you got? An hour for the game. Like, wow.
In that same Huskies vein, on the women's side of the college puck, St. Cloud State defeats Bemidji State 3-0. Things are pretty tough in Bemidji for the women's hockey program.
Are. Yes.
And Minnesota with a big expected win over Minnesota State by a final score of 8-3.
8-3. Good for the Gophers.
8-3. We were discussing on the women's hockey pod how the women's Division I level is a little bit like the women's high school level. There are the blue blood programs.
There's 2 of them.
Ohio State, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Minnesota Duluth just kind of hovers on the outside of that top 5.
They are not realistic threats, but you never know. You get to a Frozen Four, and anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Boys high school hockey from around the state. Wyzetta defeats East Grand Forks by a final score of 4-0. Nice win there for Wyzetta.
Yes, 2 losses in a row for the Green Wave.
No, that's okay. They'll bounce back. White Bear Lake leading Grand Rapids up 5-0 in the third period.
That is a... Someone scored 5 times on Carter Casey.
Yeah, and this
they should get a medal for that.
This has nothing to do with violence, but a little bit of bad blood between the teams. The Thunderhawks ruining everything for the Bears in last year's state tournament quarterfinals.
They're getting a little redemption tonight.
Yeah, I don't think they'll stop scoring if they can help it. Girls high school hockey, Andover was leading Grand Rapids Greenway, a Section 7 rival,
yes, that's
3-1.
a 1-2 seeding game tonight. Yeah.
Late in the third period, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Forest Lake might have something to say.
Mr. Girls Hockey.
Forest Lake might have something to say. And Hillmurray and Dodge County, impossible to find a score for the Pioneers and the Wildcats.
We did our best.
There's nothing on the Girls Hockey Hub. There's nothing from the Hillmurray Twitter. There's nothing from the Dodge County Twitter. We can only do so much.
There's a lot between Peter and Tony. You want information?
That's the one. That's the one score that I wanted. I don't care about the Gophers.
Really did.
I don't care about
I cared
the
about
Huskies.
White Bear, Dodge, Hillmurray, and the Gophers Notre Dame. Those are the 3 that I cared about. So we got 2 out of 3 anyway.
Oh, before we get to Tony's final thoughts, a couple of notes here. I misspoke a few moments ago and said Philip Vessel. His name is Dylan Vessel, who scored his first varsity goal tonight for Hibbing Chisholm. I actually thought he had a fantastic game. He had a couple of big hits.
He was making plays.
He was whizzing around out there. And then, sadly, a rest in peace, Dr. Mark Versich, a physician.
56 years old. That's
56
my
years
age.
old. Unfortunately,
scary.
Passed away a few days ago. Mr. Versich, apparently a big-time supporter of the Hibbing hockey program and the Hibbing community at large. Rest in peace, Mr. Versich. That was a lovely tribute that our PA man, Dan Marich, had for him pregame. We'd also like to extend our thanks to Dan Marich and the entire staff here at the Hibbing Memorial Arena. Dan Marich, what a voice on that guy.
Oh, my gosh, he's got pipes. And thanks to Matt Berg, who put the band together for Hibbing's band tonight, and they played and played and played, and I thought they did a wonderful job, and I really appreciate that, and I appreciate everybody in Hibbing. Katie Hildebrand, Booster Club president, just knocked it out of the park, made it really easy for us to put on a wonderful show here tonight. And thanks to you, Peter, and our entire staff here at YHH. We have a lot of soldiers on the ground here, not just in the production, but making sure people get on the ice, making sure everything goes off smoothly, and I thought this was one of our best efforts.
I thought it was as well. Hibbing, hospitable hosts. Hermantown, very rude guests. It's a final. Hawks 6, Blue Jackets 3. Sleep tight and sweet dreams from the Iron Range.
You built your business here. You've made a home here. You're shaping a life, creating a legacy. When we look at all you've made, we only have one question. What will you make next? Make more possible. National Bank of Commerce.
Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home?
I just sold my car.
On your phone?
I just got pre-approved. I just scheduled an oil change.
Whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.